To the map. This is where we left off, if you guys remember. We'll do the recap as soon as everybody's rocking and rolling. Looks like we're just about ready. Thank you guys for coming by today. How's everybody's day going? Has everybody watched Stranger Things already? My girlfriend and I are super big fans of it. She loves it. It's awesome. Really like that show a lot. I'm excited to see how the relationship between Steve and the kids continues to develop, and that new guy, the muscle car mullet asshole guy from the last season. Can't wait to see how that guy plays out. Some of the trailers look like he's gonna get messed up, but he has got to be like the bad guy still, right? Who knows? But Steve was like the bad guy in season 1, and now he's like everybody loves him. So watch the last show tonight to get back into it. Very nice. The Power Ranger, yeah. Power Ranger mullet guy. Cool. All right, everybody's in there ready to go. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
How goes it, everybody?
It's going.
Pretty good.
Good,
Just
good,
randomly a little sick all of a sudden.
good. I know you guys are all sick and miserable. I hope everybody gets feeling better. Happy early 4th of July to everybody. Happy late Canada Day to Vampire King up there in the north.
Thanks.
Happy belated Canada.
Canada's over.
Yeah, we're not doing it again. We decided.
Yeah, Canada's done. That was the last one. All right. Do you guys remember what happened last time in the first session? The first time you guys delved into White Plume Mountain. Anybody want to hit us with the recap?
We ran to a room with like a bunch of crystal balls, and we
we
hit
spent,
like
like,
every
45
single one
minutes.
except for the last one. Like we put them in all in like the wrong order, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, it felt like 45 minutes.
Yes, that was pretty good. You guys got some various treasure of various worth and stuff. You spoke to the voice in your heads that you thought was a door, maybe. Yeah, and then you heard from the voice to seek it out, to seek out the treasure and worship the god Poseidon for some reason. And you got to the room with the flesh golem with the prime number puzzle is where we left off.
Oh yeah.
So you're in this blank kind of slate room. The water that's been on the floor throughout this entire dungeon is still like a couple inches thick on the floor. There's muck, and it's kind of condensating on the walls and dripping down into the floors. But it seems to be getting a little bit more shallow, and the floor goes past to where the golem was standing up against the wall, and underneath the prime numbers on the wall, this door has opened up, and you can see in it a staircase leading straight up in front of you. And that's where we'll start off today.
Shall we take the stairs?
Yeah, I think it's the only way we can go.
You guys.
Yeah.
Is everyone still like same HP and everything as last time? Nothing's changed.
I
Yeah,
did.
I think it's the same.
Yeah, I haven't lost anything. Yeah,
Cool,
I'm saying.
cool. If you guys decide that you need to, you're more than welcome to figure it out amongst yourselves with whatever strategy you want to go about, like resting or healing or whatever. I'm just gonna say that we're starting off right where we left off last time, and no time has passed in game. So,
Ooh, wait a minute. It appears I'm at 11 HP.
Did you get hurt pretty bad?
Yeah, I should have 37, but
Ooh.
I got 11, so I definitely got hit.
Yeah.
I'm the tank, guys.
I don't recall you getting hit that bad.
I remember I did get hit, but like I guess it was significant enough to probably warrant a heal.
Well, I guess we could.
You guys fought the golem and some of the shades that came out of the crystal ball and some of the random
golem
encounters.
smacked me. I don't know.
Right. I think, did you get hit by the golem?
Yeah, I think it smacked me. I'm pretty.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it got me. Got me good. Cause I guessed it wrong, so it chose me.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened. That's what, it got
Oops.
free bop on me. That's what happened.
Right.
Take a rest, I guess.
It's
It's fine with
right
me.
here. All right.
So it's up to you guys how you want to do it. Let me know your plan, and we'll continue on with whatever you guys decide to do.
Do you have any healing magic, Vamp?
I've got some healing magic, but we
I
should.
don't have any.
Let's see how much you. Yeah, it's not enough to heal you from what you're down now.
We can take the short rest and use one of hit dice, and maybe if it's not enough, you can.
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, we could do a short rest, and then he wouldn't you guys wouldn't have to rest at all. Like you could both take watch because you're not losing any HP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it'd be pretty safe.
Okay. You guys want to take a short rest in this room then?
Uh-huh.
Hey guys, I gotta take a little nap. That golem really did a number on me there. Let me just make a little pile of little smoosh in the mud for me. That's nice. That's
No bubbles. Don't blow bubbles.
All right. So
Yeah,
you guys,
Best not to even touch it.
are you? Two of you guys are setting up watch. Then you said.
We'll take turns.
Okay, so a short rest is only about an hour, so I will roll on the random encounter table again, see if anything happens to wander by while you're taking a little rest here. Let's see, Flack, you're all of you are welcome to roll a hit die and heal up a little bit. I don't know if anybody needs to other than Flack, but go for it. Go ahead and roll your hit die. Oh,
I only lost 3. I'll pass.
Almost. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so heal yourself for 8 there. Cool. This is a good way to start here. All right, so you, as you guys are standing there and you decide that Flack has seen some better days, he decides to take a little bit of a rest and regain some of his composure. The two of you post up one at each door to kind of just keep watch and make sure nothing happens to surprise you. And you see slurking down the hallway with the stairs this big shadowy figure. And as you one of you which one of you is posted above the north door?
I'll go.
Okay. So, let's see. Have fun. All right. Let me get this all ready here. So, as you are just on your guard and watching through the door hole, taking your shift. You see this big figure coming down the stairs, and as it sees you, it's this large, beastly figure on 4 legs is like crawling down the stairs, and it notices you, and it starts to charge, and it charges past you into the room, and it's going to be initiative. Let me see 1 second.
Oh. Oh, man.
Let me get it pulled up on the map here. Cool. That's a little small. All right, how did everybody roll?
13. pretty bad.
Pretty
As I
bad.
hear something, I'm going to yell out so Vampire King wakes up.
Cool. He wakes up, and yeah, since you guys had a watch posted, I didn't have my notebook ready here. Here we go. Since you guys had guards posted, you are not surprised, and you will just take this like normal. If you would have taken a rest and not had guards set up, you would have taken a surprise round of attacks from this. And you see it charge in, and let's see. 20 initiative from Vampire. Very nice.
That rest.
Heck yeah.
Fresh eyes.
You snap up
Have
and
a
you are
nap.
ready to go, and you're actually, as soon as you hear the yell, you flip up out of your little mud pit, and you're the first one to see this thing in its full glory. And you see a giant bugbear charge into the room, and it's kind of looking a little ragged, and it is covered in this muck and mud, and it looks like it has some like stake holes like dug into it, like stuck into it, and it's bleeding a little bit, and it looks like it's in this like furious rage. And let's see here. Nice. So, I'm gonna have to be reminded of everybody's goblin name here. Clack
I'm
is
Brack.
that? Okay, Brack. Clack is samurai, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you were standing up here on your guard. Mr. Grack was just kind of chilling, taking his rest. You were down there, and Flack, you're in the perfect pose already. You were off to the side, taking a little rest, it looked like. So, let me see. Get the map positioned so everyone can see everything here. Alright. Up first is actually Flack. You snap up out of your rest, and you see this bugbear charge in, and it's looking around like it's super mad, and it's surprised that it ran into some unwanted visitors to the dungeon, and it's looking to attack. It's got this big club that it looks like it's going to start smashing people with any second now. If any of you are unfamiliar with what a bugbear is, it's like the evolution of like a goblin. This thing is like the biggest form of like a goblin that there is. It's like a giant like ogre goblin bear thing.
Oh man, I had a horrible dream that I kept getting sat on by this giant bugbear. And then the stomping just kept getting closer and closer and closer, and I swear the mud just like amplified sound. And look who's here. My goddamn nightmare.
Yep, it's a bugbear. It's here.
Maybe my firebolt will hit this son of a bitch.
Launch away. 11. Let's see here. You shoot the fireball, and it flies right by him and goes into the stairwell behind him that he was coming out of. You hopped up out of your rest, and you are the first one that saw him, but you kind of hopped up and hastily just like fired off a firebolt at him before you could really get your aim, and you were still kind of waking up and groggy, and you fired it past him, and it missed.
I forgot to get rid of the eye crusties.
So as you shoot this firebolt at him, and it kind of like singes his hair a little bit on the way past, he gets like furiously mad, and it like really alerts him that there's like a group of people in here, and he, let's see, takes this giant club and makes a attack at the first thing that he sees, which is Clack standing right next to him here.
Boy.
6 to hit. I'm guessing that is not going to work out for him.
That was a cool breeze.
Yeah.
I think you pissed him off, Flack.
He
And he's blind, but you pissed him off.
He makes 2 attacks. Okay. That was a little better. 18.
Oh, he just got me.
Just barely. All right. And he is this giant, brutish figure. And when they hit, they do a lot of damage. So let me roll here.
Dum, 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 dum.
He hits you for 12.
Ouch.
Oh boy.
And he, like, roars in your face, and all of this, like, muck and saliva just, like, spray all over you, and this Morning Star, like, club slams into you. And then he turns towards Flack, who fired this firebolt at him, and he starts to charge towards him. And he moves right over to attack Flack with his next attack, and he does take an opportunity attack from Clack there when he moves out of your range. So go ahead and make a regular attack roll against him if you would like to, sir. Bang! All right, you 23. That's definitely a hit. So you smack this guy with your katana on his way away from you after he pummeled you with the Morning Star. So go ahead and roll damage on him.
My God. Let me do that again. Well, it's a D8 plus 5. Let's add 5.
So 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So you took this guy down a little bit, and he is looking. He was already, like, you could see some puncture wounds in this thing, and it was bleeding, and some of the, like, muck and mud had, like, mixed in with its fur, and it was looking super ratty and, like, torn up. But he's, like, pretty brutish and stout, so he's still looking pretty decent. But he's taking a little bit more damage. He's bleeding a little. Clack, it's actually your turn. So this thing, it takes a big hit at you and then runs over to try to attack this guy that fire bolted him, and then he runs out of your range, and you're close behind.
I'm gonna go ahead and get right up on that booty.
Okay. You're right
And I'm
behind him.
gonna swing using my extra attack as well.
Cool, yeah. Make your attack rolls. Go for it. Whew, 2 more hits. Very nice. And now that you've hit this thing 3 times, you figure out it's wearing, like, a chain mail shirt and holding a shield on the other arm that its big club is not in, and you figure out it's got about a 17 AC. So you've hit it a couple times now, and you figure out its weak spots, and you hit it for 20 damage total. Those are some good rolls. You take him down a bit, and he starts bleeding pretty badly. You, like, slash twice across the back, and you connect, and his shoulder blades are, like, exposed and, like, starting to bleed pretty severely, and he looks seriously weakened and enraged. It is now Brack's turn.
I'm going to move over and get a good shot and fire my light crossbow.
Cool. So you're down at the bottom. Where would you like to move to? Anywhere?
A couple squares to the right and maybe up, just so I can get a good angle on the bugbear.
Cool. Yeah, go for it. Roll away.
That's a 12 and a miss.
So you fire this bolt, and it goes whizzing past him, and he kind of turns and gets a little distracted for a second, but then goes back to his intended target, looking right in Flack's face and looking to rear up and strike him with this Morning Star. And it is Grack.
Come on, Grack.
Who will?
We need you.
He picks up his greatsword and just, like, starts screaming, like, "I hate bugbears!" And he just runs across the room. Oh, and stretches out, apparently. Starts warping space and time. And he
Really hates
Really?
He makes 2 swings with his big old greatsword. One of them connects. He takes a big swing as he's running, and it's a little bit early, and then the follow-up attack, he slashes it right across this thing's upper thigh on it, on the leg that it's leading into him with, and he will hit for, let's see, and another 12 damage at this thing. So takes a pretty big hit from your fighter companion, and then starts to like buckle a little bit under all the blood and damage that it's taking, and it's back to Flack.
This thing's pretty hurt, man. You better just poke him.
Oh my god, what the hell's wrong with this thing? I didn't even hit it. It still wants me. Well, how about, if you really want to touch me, how about you touch one of these?
You extend your hand to like when you say that, touch one of these, and it like actually like grabs your hand, and then it's like the electric buzzer like joke gag, you know. And you absolutely connected there. Yeah, definitely roll damage on that.
Hell yeah.
That's good. Oh, I think you rolled another attack roll there.
Oh boy.
What is the damage on Shocking Grasp?
2d8.
Oops, I don't know why I just clicked on it, but it's just 2d8, no modifier or anything. It should be, I don't know how, I haven't read it, but
That's what it says.
just 2d8. Cool. Yeah, 12 damage. You lightning this guy, and he falls down onto his one uncut leg, and he's just like trembling there, and he like takes a second and falls down, and he's like trying to regain his composure, and he takes one final huge swing with the Morning Star and hits and tries to hit Flack here. 16 to hit.
That hit.
Okay. So that big swing with his Morning Star, he is going to do, let's see. 11 damage.
Oh boy. I got arrested.
So he clings the Morning Star into you, and then he turns around and takes another swipe at Grak for coming and cutting him with the greatsword. And that one
eats bugbears.
That one whiffs, and he smashes it into the ground, and it's over to Clack's turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and swing again. He should die from this.
Go ahead. All right. Yeah,
Take that extra attack as well, yeah.
That first attack hits. Roll damage.
Guess that's the damage number.
Looks like it. Yeah, 1d8 plus 5.
5. Yep.
Cool. Nice. Yeah. Describe how you finish this thing off. It's dead.
I yell, I don't mind bugbears, but you gotta go, my guy. You gotta go. I just plunge it straight into his back.
So as you say that, you're like, I don't mind bugbears, and Grak looks over at you, and he's like, no, what? And then you you stab straight through this thing and like get its heart from the back and pull it out, and it like slumps over dead. And he's like, okay, you're cool. And it disappears.
Did I pass, Grak?
He's very impressed. He's like, I hate bugbears.
We got that.
Grak's not very smart, but he does hate him some bugbears.
I don't think Flack's pretty fond of bugbears anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I just want to like full heal right now at this point because it seems like everything just immediately stops what it's doing and just goes to kill me, and nobody can stop it. And I become the first take any sort of damage on our team. So
It's that
I
red
think
target
I'm
on your
gonna
back.
need more than
I mean,
like
you are going around chucking giant fireballs at
Order
things.
my-
It's kind of like a come hit me type
sticking
thing.
out. Yeah, I need a full heal.
All right, so you guys slay the bugbear and you're back in the empty room, and Flack is describing that he is back to being damaged again and not happy about it.
We could take another rest, Flack.
You guys are supposed to protect me. What the hell?
I mean, I tried. I mean, but it's
I
a
wake up.
bugbear.
I noticed it first. I
That's fair.
literally dreamt about it.
I mean, you are a sorcerer. That's premonition. I don't have that. I'm just a monk.
It was literally the worst nightmare, and I saw it coming, and I still couldn't stop it. God damn it!
You want a hug, Flack? I can give you a hug.
Please,
Come here.
please.
Come here. I don't have any healing for you, but here's a hug.
Roll a medicine check, Clack.
Yeah, I don't think I can help you
All right,
much.
you give him a hug, and he gets a hug.
You feel mildly better now?
Yeah, you know what? I feel a lot better, but I still definitely need to fully heal because I am bleeding.
How many hit points?
When Mom
How many
always
hit
hooked
points?
me, it worked pretty well.
I have 8 hit points.
What's your max?
37.
God.
You guys are like full. Please help.
I feel like a bunch of blood on me from hugging him now.
My armor class is the lowest here. Please help me.
I can roll. Let me see what I got.
Do you have cure wounds? That's what you have?
No, I don't. I got healing word, which is a 1d4. And then I got prayer for healing, which takes 10 minutes to cast it. So, and it's only a 1d8 for the group. For everybody gets 1d8 unless I cast it at a higher level. So, I think to get you back up, probably a full rest is probably the best at this point.
I don't know how we're gonna do. We gotta like find like a safe room. Maybe we
Well,
gotta come back to
you know what?
the small room.
I'll cast the. Anybody else down on hit points or just you?
I'm missing a close to half.
I'll do a healing word on you. Let's see. I think it's on my core. Here it goes. 1d4 plus 3, actually, huh? Well, you think we could do 10 minutes to do a prayer for healing, so I can do all of you?
I think we can get 10 minutes.
All right.
Let's do it.
Whatever you guys want to do.
I mean, as long as it's not a bugbear again, you could probably stop it. Hey, Jack, why don't you come over to the stairs with me?
So each of you get 11 hit points back.
Ooh.
So you guys take 10 minutes and it passes uneventfully, and you nothing changes. So you're good. Do whatever you want.
That's
Cool beans.
At this point, I'm scared to go to sleep because I feel like anything I dream is gonna come to life and like absolutely try to murder me.
nah. Don't dream.
It's like Freddy Krueger dungeon.
Exactly.
I mean, at this point, with all the crystal balls, like I don't even know what. Probably.
That is a really cool idea for a dungeon, though.
Hell yeah.
Can't sleep.
Yeah. All right. So, are you guys all ready to venture forth? Are you going to continue doing some more healing or anything?
Are you ready, Flack?
I mean, I guess.
All right. So
We'll
you guys.
let you choose, Flack.
Dum.
So, Flack, they're passing the leadership to you. What would you like to do?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't notice over the bleeding coming out of my leg. Sorry,
Move aside. I'll take the lead.
So the stairway with the bugbear came down in front of you stands open.
Well, this is pretty much the only way we can go unless we turn around. So
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, I say we have to go that way.
All right, you pass out of the room that you've been in for a while, and you head up these little stairs. It's just more of the like black stone from the mountain that you've been kind of walking on in all of these rooms so far. And you get up. It's just a short flight of stairs that continues into more hallway. And as you come around this corner that it leads to, once you go up maybe 10 or 15 feet or so of stairs, you come around the corner and you see this big, what looks like a turnstile, like the type of thing, like a revolving door at the center of like a hotel. But this is made of these large iron rusted spikes.
Oh.
And you can see that it's like a revolving door that turns towards the way that you're going down the hallway, but it half of it kind of like disappears into the stone and then comes back out. So it looks like you can only go through it the one way towards the way that you're going. Oh, 1 second. It looks like we have received a raid from the lovely Random British Dude. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you so much, Random British Dude, for the raid. I really appreciate it, man. Let me give you a shout out here. We are right in the middle of an awesome dungeon. Random British Dude. Awesome. Thank you so much, TJ. It's good to see you. Button Mash, hello, my friends. Spiral, Sausage, good to see all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming through on that raid. RBD, hope you had an awesome time playing Dark Souls 3. I really enjoyed watching you earlier. Welcome, everyone. We're right in the middle of this dungeon. We are doing a special all goblin party playthrough of the classic D&D dungeon, White Plume Mountain, that came out in, I believe, 1979. And we're really having a good time. The players are about maybe almost a third of the way through the dungeon so far, and we're really enjoying it. So we're going to get back into the game. If you've never seen D&D before, definitely stick around. If you want to get some more info and context, you can check out my YouTube channel for all the previous episodes. So thanks a lot, and I hope you guys enjoy your time here. So you see this revolving door type turnstile in front of you guys, and it's made, like I said, out of these iron spikes, and you can see every time it kind of revolves around, there's a couple different rows. It's like 4 sections of, you can see on the map, like the 4 crosshair sections of iron spikes spinning around, and you can see every time it spins around, you can see a couple of them have like fresh blood, and it just continues rotating around.
I changed my mind. Black, you're first.
yeah, like go.
I lean across like the back of like the corner of the wall.
This one's all you boys. I did the little questionnaire and the fucking.
So as you guys are like looking at this thing and watching the like iron spikes rotate through the hallway, Grak just like, he like looks down and he's like, I hate spikes, and he just runs through the thing, and he catches his arm on one of the spikes, and it kind of stabs into him a little bit, but then he like stumbles out the other side, and he made it, and he's like, oh, come on through, guys, that was nice. It's nice and easy. Safe, totally safe, guys.
Who is this guy? It's insane.
Are you gonna get that? That looks really bad. Oh my god, that's a lot of blood coming out of that.
And it's like,
oh, I feel sick.
These spikes are like covered in this like condensation and muck that's dripping off of the walls.
Yeah,
and they're super rusted, and you guys kind of like have to silence yourself, like, oh yep, that thing, it looks totally fine. Grak, looks great, man.
Definitely gonna need to see apothecary.
I don't even mind the spikes. It's just like, do we really have to share needles?
I'm more worried about Grak's blood than the actual stuff on the side.
Yeah.
How fast is this thing spinning?
We literally are siblings, and like, what
Why is he? I'm just.
He's not like us.
Yeah, I don't want my blood and his blood touching. I'll just say that.
Brack, it doesn't seem to be spinning like insanely fast. Like it's like a normal revolving door type of a deal. You know what I mean? You can attempt to just go right through.
Attempt the familiar word. Yeah.
You watched.
I'll try it. I'm gonna run through it.
All right, you're gonna run through it. Okay. Make a, I guess, acrobatics check for me.
And I say a little prayer to the hobgoblin god. Oh, he fills me. Oh boy.
The same exact thing happens to you. You watch Grack do it, and you're like, I guess that's the secret. And you run through just like he did, and you catch your arm on the spike as well, and it pierces into you, and you take 2 poison damage.
Oh, poison.
Oh boy, that's Grack's blood for you.
Yeah, and you also now have goblin AIDS, and you're dead. You seem to be.
That boy wasn't right.
You seem to be totally fine, other than a little bit of a sting from the spikes. So now, what's that?
Are these spikes on the floor revolving, or is it like?
So
like
it's
a circular spinning.
Imagine like right in the middle of the hallway is like a metal pole right in the middle. And there's like rows of iron spikes like revolving around it, like a revolving door. But they're going like it's spinning, I guess, counterclockwise. Like you can go through it towards the way that you guys are going. But there's a wall on the other side of it that the spikes are like passing through. So you can't come back the way that you would have to come back. You know what I mean? You can only go through it the one way.
Oh, now we go.
Can I inspect it, see if there's any gears or anything we can kind of
Absolutely,
attack?
Yeah. Make a investigation check for me.
Oh, man.
You are, like, blown away at this thing. You've never seen such an amazing mechanical device before in your life. You cannot understand it whatsoever.
Flack, you want to try if you can see anything? I don't know. It's pretty dark, dude.
And
I don't see anything. You gotta work somehow.
You're looking this thing over, and Grack is like, just run, man. It works for us.
Yeah, now you have AIDS, so.
Oh.
Oh, so what are you doing? Are you trying to inspect this thing, Flack?
Yeah, I was doing an investigation.
Cool. So you look up and down this thing, and it looks like the like center pole that all of the spikes are coming off of, like it actually goes up into the ceiling and down like into the floor past, like you can't see it connect. It like comes through holes in the floor and ceiling. And it's just seems to be like a solid iron creation. And you know that iron is can be destroyed. It seems like it's like solid iron, so you don't know how easier that would be.
Well, this is definitely a trap made of spikes. And but the good news is the spikes are made out of iron. This entire thing is made out of iron. And I think all of us goblins know you can forge iron. You can do stuff with iron. So I'm pretty sure we could break this in some way. So we don't have to, because like it doesn't look like we can come back. So we're gonna have to smash this thing somehow.
Can I throw my lead at it and hopefully it jams up?
Throw what at it?
I have lead. Can I throw the lead and hopefully it jams up?
You could probably try that. Brack, what did you want to try?
Yeah, I yell out and say, "Hold it!" I wish I thought of this before I ran through it.
I mean, you followed Brack.
Heat metal.
Okay, you have heat metal.
Yeah.
All right. You can go ahead and cast it if you'd like to try.
Maybe you can cast it and I could try to hit one of the spikes and bend it so it'll jam.
So you heat this thing, and the whole kind of fixture, the core and all the iron spikes, as it's rotating around, you see it start to heat up and glow like almost white hot. And the more time passes, and the more time you keep this spell going on this rotating spike door, it just gets hotter and hotter, and you can see the metal start to like almost get this like scaling flake. Like you can see the metal starting to warp a little bit, but it seems like it hasn't totally melted or changed shape yet.
Well, I can hold this spell for a minute, so I'm gonna, as that time it gets white hot, I'm gonna yell, "Somebody hit it!"
Okay.
I'm gonna oblige and stick my totally disposable short sword out and hopefully knock off some spikes since they're softer now.
Okay. How about make an attack roll at the thing? Just roll to attack with your short sword. 25. All right. You like perfectly time this and like jam the short sword in between the like iron spikes and the wall passageway that it's going through, and you stick it in, and the thing like shears in half right in the middle and kind of breaks in half, and the top half slides out of the hole in the ceiling that it was attached at, and the thing kind of just like crumbles into like a melted pile of metal on the floor.
All right, that's over with, but it's super hot now.
That is true. Hey, welcome to the stream. So yeah, if you guys wait long enough, it will cool down, and you can easily step over it with no danger.
Should we rest? Like, how long do we gotta wait?
A couple minutes. You're in a cold cave with water on the floor, and metal doesn't hold heat for very long.
True, that's true.
Hey, Greg, you might want to check how hot that is for us.
He immediately just grabs it with his hand, and then he's like, "Oh, it's cool," and he pulls his hand back, and it's like a little bit blistered up, but he's like, "It's totally fine."
It's not my brother. He's your brother, Flack.
He like sticks his blistered finger like in his nose a little bit, and he's kind of just like staring at the walls, waiting for you guys.
You can really say pinky in the brain with this one.
He's like, "What's that?"
Exactly.
He's like, "Okay, love you guys."
Love you too, kid.
All right.
I guess we can wait a couple minutes and go.
Yeah, you like safely make your way past it. It's no longer a dangerous thing. You've defeated the revolving door.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Flack.
All right, you guys you make your way past, and you get to the end of this hallway. And you let me see here. Let me make a quick roll. All safe. You get to the end of the corner, and you turn, and you see this hallway goes down another 40 feet or so, and then opens up, and you can see this giant cavern looking area, and you can see this like mist and water throughout the cavern.
Wait a minute, I just realized. How the hell did this bugbear get around this turntable thingy? What the heck?
Good question.
Literally from my nightmares.
Make a history check really quick, or a perception check really quick, Flack.
I'm just checking my bonus. Where is it?
Down your long list of skills.
So with thinking back on it, you saw those like couple of puncture wounds in the side of the bugbear, and you figure that it was trying to get through that thing, and it could not figure out how it worked, so it turned around and tried to come back down the stairs and attacked.
Definitely makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's pretty pissed at
It was
this
just
fight.
kind of sitting at the top because it couldn't fit through.
It looks like it had tried to like walk through, and then it got stabbed by the spikes, and it like turned around because it was like, nope, this doesn't
So
work.
you guys have bugbear AIDS.
That is true.
I want you to know that. I will not be sharing cups with you guys.
So you continue on down this hallway and you get to the end, and it opens up into this large cavern-looking room, and you get out onto this what looks like a balcony. The hallway opens up into this cavern, and this balcony is overlooking this huge cavern, and from the balcony you're standing on, it drops down a decent distance here. Let me see if I can see exactly how far down. It will tell me. This is room number 7 here, so it drops down 50 feet into this bubbling pool of like boiling mud, from what you guys can tell. And you can see all the way across the other side of the room, way over on the other side, you can see an identical balcony to where you are standing now. And each of the circles, if you guys can see on the map, all of the circles that lead across this room, like in a line there. You guys see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yep.
So each of those appears to be this like hanging platform on a chain, and they're kind of swinging, like just swaying a little bit all the way across. And every couple of moments here, it looks like every couple minutes, these geysers spout out of the boiling mud from below, and those are the spots marked A and B. And every few minutes, A spouts up this huge boiling burst of boiling mud, and the platforms that are hanging on the chains in front of this geyser get sprayed with this boiling mist, and you can see it sizzling on the chains that are holding up the platforms. And then a couple minutes later, the second geyser blows off and does the same thing, and they kind of alternate every few moments. They're like spouting off this boiling mud.
Oh boy, this was exactly what I had in my nightmare as well.
Oh no, dude!
I did to the point where I turned around on it,
Next time,
and then I saw him there.
next time we take a rest, we tape his eyelids open.
Oh, yeah. No more dreaming for you.
I'm still really, really hurt. It's like maybe like one nap, you know. Yeah, but like I said, in my nightmare, I turned around and then that's when I met Bugbear. So I actually didn't get to solve this puzzle.
About how far is it to the other side?
You would guess, just from looking at it, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hang on one second. So there's 9 of these like swinging platforms, and they're all maybe 5 or 10 feet apart. So maybe about 100 feet across this chasm.
Exactly 100 feet.
All right.
I saw it. My God, I saw it. Want to go first?
How long are our hemping ropes? 50 feet?
Yeah, one length of rope in a pack is about 50 feet if you started with some. Going well, Vex. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
And the ceiling's just made of
It's just more of the like black stone. Yeah, you can see on the ceiling at each of the places where the chain is being held up, there is like a hook in the top of the ceiling that the chain is like hooked onto, and at the bottom of the chain is this circular platform, kind of like the balcony you're standing on, but a little bit of a smaller one, and it's just kind of swaying a little bit above the drop off into the boiling pit of mud.
Any ideas, guys?
I do for me, but I'm not going to help you guys.
As you guys are saying this, and Brack, you say that, and Grack is like, agreed, and he just jumps onto the first one and running jumps onto it. Let's see here. Let me see what his athletics skill appears to be. Hopefully good. It's not too bad. He makes a running jump. Oh man, nat 20. And Grak just like, he flies and he actually jumps and kicks one foot off the first platform. And Grak lands on the second platform and catches himself with the chain. And he's standing on the second one. And he's like, that was easy, guys. Come on out. And he turns back and like beckons you over. And the first geyser erupts and blasts. And
Such a damn idiot.
Grak takes 4 scalding hot mud damage.
So would that be like fire damage?
It is fire damage, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Frick!
Okay, Grak.
This boiling mud like
Keep moving,
steams
Grak.
up on his face and starts like burning his skin off, and he's just standing there like he doesn't notice it, and he's like, "Come on, guys!" And then
Their face looks a little droopy.
he's like, "I guess I'll keep going," and he makes another run at it, and he makes it. He goes another couple platforms, and he's in the middle, kind of away from the spouting boiling mud mist, and he kind of waits for you guys. He's on platform number 5 now.
I'm going to cast a spell, Protection from Energy Fire, on myself.
Wow, what in the hell? You don't have that.
Yes, I do.
Nice. Okay, I've never even heard of that, but sounds right.
I can put it up on the screen if you
No,
want.
I totally believe you. Yeah,
Okay.
describe the spell. That's awesome.
All right. For the
Scotland.
duration,
Oh.
for the duration, which is up to an hour, the willing creature you touch, which I'm gonna touch myself. That sounds funny. Has resistance to a damage type of your choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Oh hell yeah! Is that what level spell is that?
3rd level.
Dang, that's badass. So you have resistance to fire for the next hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
now I'm gonna make.
You now have this kind of fire shield around you almost, and you're standing on the edge of the balcony.
I'm gonna make a jump for it, just like he did.
Okay, roll for your athletics check.
Oh God.
Oh. Let me see what happens
Boy.
here.
Hey, wait a minute! I can swim in this stuff.
We'll see.
Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. So you fall into the mud and you take, let's see, make a constitution saving throw for me, please, as you fall into this boiling mud. This is good.
So what's Constitution? Well, at least I made that.
You made it. Very nice. That was a hard saving throw to pass as well. So nicely done. You land in this mud and you kind of like flatten out and land on your back, and you don't sink into it immediately. And you see that it's kind of like sturdy and it's bubbling up, and like the top layer heats up and then it kind of melts and sinks down, and then it spouts up in the geyser and lands and kind of settles and hardens and then slowly heats up again. And these processes happen every couple minutes on each spot of the room, and you're in this. It just spouted up and blasted a little bit at Grak and burned him, so it's kind of calmed down for the moment, and you're like kind of floating on top of the mud, and you appear to be safe for now, but you are in the danger zone here.
How far away am I from the?
It's a little less than a 50-foot drop down into the bottom, so.
Oh wow. Can I see the dry spots and be able to walk on them?
You can, yeah. The whole thing right now appears to be kind of like hardened, the whole chasm.
Okay.
And you guys were watching it for a couple minutes before you made any moves, and you saw that after A explodes, B a couple minutes later does the same. So you could try to time it and try to make your way across.
almost 50 foot down. I don't know what else to do. Uh, I'm gonna try it.
Okay. Make a perception check for me to see if you can kind of. Okay, so a 16. You kind of wait a second, and you were paying attention to when Grack got his face melted a little bit, and you see B kind of start to bubble up a little bit, and now the A went off. A couple minutes go by, and then B blasts up, and as soon as that happened, Grack is up on top, and he starts to make run for it and jump across the platforms, and he makes it a couple platforms in. He's about right next to B now, and he motions towards you. He's like, "Now's your chance, run!" And
Run.
it seems like, yeah, that side is starting to calm down a little bit, and A is starting to bubble up.
So I run.
Okay, so you can easily like make it that distance in the amount of time you have. So you're over, like directly under Grack now. You're under the second to last like circular platform there.
Okay.
But now you're just kind of you made it there.
Is there any like way to climb? Is there any handholds or anything on the walls?
You can't see any. The balcony is like just kind of 50 feet up on this rock wall. And it's just this smooth, same like obsidian type rock in the caverns. Grack hops. Let's see if he makes it here. Oh yeah, he makes it. Grack hops across to the far balcony, and he says, "If you have a rope, I can pull you up."
I got a rope.
Okay, make a, let's see, some type of, I guess, another like athletics check to try and toss it up to him and get the rope up to him. What
like
are
I did so well.
what are you guys doing while this is all going down? You see your friend fall down and trying to run across this mud chasm. Flack and Clack, what are you guys doing?
Can I use my tempestuous magic to like spam cantrips and like proc it so that I can just fly across the entire thing?
Wait. You're just gonna leave me?
Everyone else just left us. So like,
So
later.
you can do like 10 feet bursts of flight, right? So the like floating pedestal things are all about 10 feet apart. I would say you could like fire a cantrip and like hop from one to one pretty easily.
It'd be more like a jump in this situation. I'd be like super jumping.
Yeah, like
it'd be like it'd have to be like really easy, right?
Like burst jumping. Yeah, so the athletics part of it is easy. It's just going to be the timing that I'm going to make you roll for. So I'm going to say perception just to see if you can figure out the rhythm of these things and time your jumps across. Yeah, you easily make it. You kind of like, while these guys are all struggling with what they're doing, you kind of just like burst fire these I guess fire bolts into the ground, and you're just hopping from one to the other, and you make it across.
Shoot ice bolts because it makes the mud.
Hey, there you go.
And it looks really cool.
That makes sense.
And then I make boing sounds every time I jump. Boing, 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 boing. And I look at everyone in the eye as I like walk by in the whole room.
Goddamn jerk.
You fly over and come across, and you're like hanging out with Grack, and you are yelling at Brack to throw up his rope, and he throws it up, and you both catch it at the same time, and you start to pull up on Brack. And Clack, what are you doing back over on the balcony to try to get across this thing?
I'm gonna burn one of my key points to do Step of Wind, which gives me dash and doubles my jump distance.
Very nice. Okay. So you can move your full movement speed and then dash and then jump double your jump distance.
Yeah.
That's, I would say, is definitely going to be at least 100 feet, right?
Yeah, my movement speed is 40.
So you can move at least 80 and then jump. So yeah, you definitely have enough movement to get across. In order to like do this, you're like definitely gonna have to time it up so you're running so fast that you can like jump onto each of these platforms as you go. So make an acrobatics check.
I just had a bad thought. We got to go back across this thing.
God.
I bet anything.
You made it. Yeah, you like bound across and you hop like one foot on each platform and you're just like flying like you're walking on air monk style across these platforms, and you make it across, and everyone is pulling, and you join in and grab the rope and you pull Brack up just as B explodes again, and you guys have all made it.
I just want to thank you guys for helping me out.
Thanks for pulling me up.
Anytime.
It was great. Great experience.
The wind magic is only for me.
Didn't offer, a ride or anything, but it's fine.
You had that crazy cool wind step. I saw that.
I mean, it's still me running.
I mean, no one else has that.
Can't be a belly flop on mud.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
think I might have thought your feet were wet and you slipped.
Definitely the most stylish way to get across. All right. 1 second here. I got to pull something up. Here we go. Whew. All right. So you guys get across this balcony, and you see in front of you a stretch of hallway, much like the ones that you've been going through. 10 feet tall, about a little bit thinner. It looks like one person width only, like you guys have to go through single file, but just more of this stone hallway, and it leads about 30 more feet down and just stops at this iron door.
Did we just come this way for no reason?
That would be pretty funny.
Maybe no voices in anyone's heads that we need to get another key. No, maybe we melt this piece of iron. I don't. What do we do?
Afraid I can't do that. I used that spell.
Oh boy. Crack, can you go knock on the door?
As you say that, Clack, you actually do. You hear this voice appear in your head, and it's a different voice this time. And you hear this, what you would recognize from your time back in the regular world of like Faerun as a dwarven voice, and you hear it say, "Of course, a goblin. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me." Well, I gotta get the hell out of here. So, all right, come get me. Come on. It's. You better come save me. This is not fun. I can't believe it's goblins. I cannot believe it. Oh my God. Well, you're close. Might as well finish the job. Come on. And then the voice goes away.
Wait, who was that addressed to?
You.
Oh, me?
I'm sorry. It was in your head. You heard it in your head. It wasn't like out loud.
Okay, so guys, I know we've gone through this already, but
what is it? Just spit it out, man. Just spit it out.
The iron talks to me.
What did it sound like?
It wasn't a nice voice, and it called us goblins, and it definitely probably was a dwarf.
What did it want?
It wanted us to come save it and finish it. I don't know if it wanted to stab it or.
Why would it ask you to save it and then not give us a key? What?
Listen, these are just things that I'm hearing. Okay.
I
just wanted to confer with you guys.
Has anybody even checked to see if the door was unlocked?
Let me ask the voice. Is the door unlocked, voice?
You don't hear anything in response, and as you guys are doing all this, Grack is like, we should just go check it out, but I'm not going first anymore. I keep getting hurt.
Oh, really?
And he's like, nah, just kidding. I do hate doors, though. And he just wants you all to go check it out, but he's not going first, is what he says.
I'll go since the door talked to me again.
So you guys head down the hallway to the door?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you make it all the way down the hallway. It's just normal black stone hallway like the rest of this dungeon has been, and you get to this iron door, and it just has like a regular looking like door latch on it. There doesn't appear to be any sort of a keyhole or lock or anything like that.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Well, it's pretty customary to knock on a door, so I'm just gonna go ahead and knock on the door.
All right.
Hello?
You pound on the door, and that was a pretty good knock sound. You do that, and it creaks open a little bit, and it creaks open like away from you, and you can see into the room, and it's like a slightly less dark. It's like a gray slate floor, and there's no water in the floor in here, and it's this wave of like cold mist comes out and like creeps over you guys as the door creeps open, and you like freeze a little bit. It's super cold blast of air. The rest of the dungeon has been kind of like murky and misty, but this is like cold, like dry air, and it comes over you in a wave, and then you hear the voice again come over you, and this time all of you can hear it, and the dwarf says, "Wow, you knocked on the door. You guys are the worst. Good luck. Save me if you can, I guess. I'm not holding out hope at this point. At least if you die, you're just a bunch of dumb goblins. Goodbye."
We're polite goblins.
I really wish this conversation
knocking and being polite.
I really wish this conversation wasn't one side. He just gets to smack talk us all day. Don't say anything back. All right, let me go in your head. Man, I wish I was a better wizard. God
I kick open the door now. I want to see what's in there.
All right, you kick open the door, and you let me get the page switched over here. You find yourself in this large, square, gray room, and that's initiative.
Oh, we're fighting a room.
Not quite.
About time.
All right.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
What in the hell is that?
Oh, you guys are rolling pretty well. Let me get everything written down here. Vampire, you rolled a 10, correct?
Yeah, the big one.
6 for Samurai, and a big old 20 for Dr. Feargood. Very nice. This guy. All right, so you... Oh yeah, got to roll for Greg. You got a 17. Very nice. So you guys walk into this, you kick open the door after you knock, and you see in front of you this cold mist that had been surrounding the room, and a little bit of it blasted out the door. It starts to like coalesce on the floor, and across from you on the other side of the room, it forms up, and you see this pale white figure in this like fancy black cloak appear from this mist and solidify, and he speaks to you, and let me see. He says, "I suppose you've come for the dwarf. Annoying creature, but very valuable, and I won't let you take it. You'll have to die here." And he, let me see what he can do. Oh my god. A lot of stuff. He takes a look at Clack, because you are the person directly in front of him, 30 feet away, it looks like. And you must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. You are now charmed by the vampire.
Guys, I can't control myself.
So this vampire that's appeared in front of you guys has it takes a look at you and like moves its hand and charms you, and then it tells you well, it doesn't say anything yet because it's not your turn, but it's controlling your mind, and you're not like mind controlled by it, but if it makes any requests that don't directly harm you, you are persuaded to follow them. So anytime it does anything to harm you, then you can try to save again, or at the end of your turn you can try to save again against that charming effect. And it's going to start out with Brack. You're up.
So I can tell it looks like a vampire.
You easily, like, you guys would probably know this thing is like no tricks. It like appeared out of mist and solidified, and it's a full-on vampire.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold my cross up and say, "Hey, bro, be gone."
He like starts to like hold himself back from it, and he like starts to dissolve into this mist, and he's like, no, and then he stops. He's like, no way, are you kidding me? You're gonna have to try harder than that.
I think he's the real deal, Brack. He's not afraid of crosses.
Hey, I tried to turn undead. Didn't work.
Or are you trying to like actually turn undead, or were you just?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I was like, if you just tried to hold your cross up to it, he would definitely
No, I tried to.
laugh in your face.
That was my prayer.
Cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
bro,
So
be gone.
so how does turn undead work?
You present your holy symbol, speak a prayer, censoring the undead. Each undead that can see you, hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Okay.
It says if it's a turn creature, it must spend its turn trying to move away from as far as it can.
Okay. So it has to make a wisdom save.
Yes.
What is your DC?
14.
All right. He failed. So this creature is now turned, and what happens?
On his turn,
Okay.
he has to move away from me.
Okay. Cool.
Which I'm not sure how that's going to go, but
so he just can't move towards you at all, right?
Correct.
Cool. All right. So anything else from you here?
No, that'll be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to take one of his legendary actions. And he is going to take that to move, and he has to move away from you, so he's going to move 30 feet over into the corner here. I don't know if you guys can still see it on the screen. There we go. And he moves into the corner, and then it is Grack's turn. And Grack, let's see, he says, man, you guys thought I hated bugbears. I really, really like vampires. I think they're awesome. But
actually is this guy.
But this guy seems like a dick. And he pulls out his longbow, and he's like, I'm not going to mess around with this. We're going to take this guy down. And he runs and sets up like in a perfect line down at the bottom from this guy. And he fires a shot with his longbow. You see how he did there. 17 to hit. Let me see. A lot of scrolling. This vampire has like a wall of abilities. All right, he hit. And he does, let me see. All right, he does 6 damage with this awesome longbow attack here. Yikes. All right. He fires off with the longbow again. He's got an extra attack, and he hits again. All right, nice. And he does 7 damage that time. So this vampire gets a couple of arrows to the extremities, and it curses and like reaches a hand out towards Grak, and it attempts to, let me see how close he is, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Too far away to charm. Very nice. So it will take another legendary action, and it will try to move again. And I'm going to rule that it's still not moving towards you there, Brack, if it's just moving like on the side of the room here, you know. Plus, it's a legendary vampire. He can do whatever he wants. He moves all the way up, and he's like flying like mist style across the room. He's just like floating very quickly towards Grak for shooting at him. And it is now, let's see here. It is now Flack's turn.
Wow. Holy crap. You know, I don't even want this stupid dwarf. You know, I really didn't even want him. But now that you said that, like, we can't have him and that we're going to die here, I just want to kill you and take the dwarf. You know, it's mine now. You know what? But holy crap, guys, you got to protect Grak. He got hurt a little bit earlier. You got to save him. That vampire looks really, really floined, and I don't want him to hit him anymore. Okay, guys?
He likes vampires, though. I mean, this is probably what he wants.
He said this one looks like a dick.
He did say that. Yeah, he did.
And he does. I'm going to say, hey, buddy, how do you like one of these?
You're going to throw no fireball in this?
Ray of Sickness. Okay.
Yeah, he's got to make a Constitution save as well.
Okay.
If that hits.
Let me see. It definitely hits, and his AC is 16. You can see that he's just wearing like fancy like a suit, like vampire, like a fancy robe and suit and stuff. But you can see that he's just naturally like very tough, like a vampire would be. He's very quick and is like deflects blows. But this Ray of Sickness, as he's like floating across, trying to get to Grak, the ray catches him, and he has to make a con save. You said.
Yeah, he has to make a Constitution save or he gets poisoned.
Okay.
Turn.
He got a 23.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he's fine.
Okay. So what happens to him now?
Oh, he just takes the 2d8.
Okay.
Boom. Here we go.
And what kind of damage is that?
Poison damage.
2d8 poison damage?
Yep.
All right, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's see here. You get him with that, and the poison kind of bubbles up on him a little bit, and you can see it weakens him a bit.
It might diarrhea blast. Oh, it doesn't work like it does on Grak.
Do vampires poop?
I guess not.
Are you asking the vampire or someone else?
Everybody in general.
He...
Hey, vampire, do you poop? Asking for a friend.
He turns and says, I'm about to shit on you, noobs.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, that's a little inappropriate.
Man, that's really uncalled for, dude. I mean,
Like,
we just wanted
you're
to knock on the
threatening us
door to
and
see what's
stuff,
going
and
on.
now you're terrible.
Just wanted to see
No wonder Crack doesn't like you, and he likes all vampires.
Grack
Way too
actually,
far.
like, he laughed at that joke. He's like, oh my god, this guy's the best. But actually, never mind, he's the worst. I hate this guy.
Crack, we don't have to sit down and talk about this, okay? I
He,
don't know if you're for the team.
he turns and looks at you, and his face is like still like melted off a little bit, and he's like, "No, we got this, man. I hate this guy."
He's like looking like a little bit off to like the left, like not even like right into his eyes.
His eyes are like looking two different ways.
Crack, you okay, buddy? He's like, yeah, man.
All right, Flack, is that the end of your turn? Oh, I think you cut out there for a second. What was that? Hang on. You guys still hear me?
Yeah,
I can.
Flack, if you're still there.
Hello.
All right, I can hear you.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
is that the end of your turn? You still have your
Yeah.
movement.
I'm gonna step back like over like both of my friends.
Okay.
And like just like like to the left of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll do tempestuous magic, so I'll just fly right over.
Okay. So you just want to be in
Effortlessly.
that one spot to their left?
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna do a cool like Fonzie like leaning pose while I'm flying in the air.
Okay, nice. As you do that, the vampire takes another legendary action, and it's going to try to make a unarmed strike at Grack here. So it flies across and it tries to strike at Grack with its vampire claws. It misses, luckily. Very nice. And it is, let's see. It is the vampire's turn. Okay. So on its turn, it appears like you see the poisonous bubbling skin that it got from that ray of sickness. You see it kind of instantly just disappear and appears to heal. And then it tries to bite. Let me see. Yeah, it tries to bite at Grack. Oh no, it does not. He has to be grappled, so it has to make another unarmed strike at him. So it's going to try to grab at him and try to grapple him. And that is a 19 to hit. Let me see what Grack's armor is there. 16. It grapples him. So this thing is going to do 8 damage to Grack. So he's going to be a little wounded here. Yeah. All right. And then now that he's grappled, it gets another, only one of which can be a bite. Okay, so now it's going to try to bite him. And it misses. You guys are lucky.
No hickey for you.
Okay, so it grapples onto Grack, and it is still holding on to him by like the shoulders, and it tries to bite him, and Grack kind of like wrestles him off, but they're still like over here kind of wrestling with each other. And it passes to Mr. Clack. And as it becomes your turn, the vampire turns to you and says, run. And you feel this charming urge come over you to just bolt in the opposite direction of the wrestling combatants.
Oh boy, here I go, guys.
So you run. You can perform your action as you're doing this if you have any idea of what you want to do, but you run.
This only uses movement, right?
Yep, your movement is totally spent now. You move all the way to the opposite other side of the room there.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. You feel the influence of the vampire like go away a little bit as he gave you that command, and you can now use your action for your turn.
I'm gonna pull out my Gale Wind Longbow.
Very nice.
And I'm gonna take 2 shots with the extra attack.
Let me see if you can attack this guy. I think you can. Well, no, you can't. The charmed target regards the vampire as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. You definitely would not attack that guy. So
does he get another save? Just curious.
yeah, at the end of your turn, you can save to like resist the charm again, but you cannot make any attacks against it for now.
Okay, what's the save?
So you're ending your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so make another saving throw, and you have to save against wisdom save.
All right. Let me just read something.
Sure.
I'm trying to read what I can do with my key. I think it has something to do with saving throws as well.
Okay, yeah, you probably do. That would make sense. Wisdom is pretty good against monks, I think. Or I think monks are pretty good with wisdom, so wouldn't be surprised.
It's a saving throw someone else has to make.
Ah, okay.
Oh boy.
You run off into the side of the room at the request of the vampire, and you try to shake off his presence in your mind, and you appear to not be able to do so.
Guys, I swear I'm trying to help, but it's running through my mind, guys.
It's back to Brack.
Okay.
And actually, at the end of Clack's turn, there, the vampire will try to make another attack against Grack here and try to bite him. Oof, that one for sure is going to hit.
Let me soak your blood.
The bite, let's see, he takes another 17 damage. So that's not good. And then his hit point maximum is reduced by 10. And the vampire regains that much HP. Okay. Oof.
Criminy.
And let's see. Yep, that is all that happened. It is now draining the blood of Grack over there in the corner. All right, Brack the cleric, it's all you. What's your plan here?
I've been debating. I think I'm going to scream and run up and attack.
Okay. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can make it right to him, I think.
Okay, I thought I counted that. Okay, I'm going to run up and take a swing at him with my fate forged blade.
Cool. You
16.
You hit. His AC is 16.
Cool.
Roll your damage.
And for my bonus turn, I'm casting. Let me get back up. Casting my last third level spell.
Ooh.
Of it's a bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And then
Describe it.
okay, back over. I was gonna swing. It's a bonus action. It can be 60 feet away from me. It lasts a minute, which would be, I forget how many rounds, 10 rounds.
Yeah, it's pretty much the whole
So,
combat.
I create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until I cast the spell again, another spell.
Okay.
When you cast a spell, you can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
All right. 1 second.
Now, on a hit, it takes 1d8 plus my spell casting ability.
Cool.
And I can move the weapon up to 20 feet at any time.
Nice. So you summon this flying, floating, spiritual sword thing. And you get to make an attack with it against him?
Yes.
Okay. Go for it.
23.
Nice. Yeah, roll the damage. How much damage does it do?
7.
7 force damage. Okay.
Force damage.
Cool. Yeah, he takes that, and I believe is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's cool. I really like that spell a lot. That was awesome. So at the end of your turn there, the vampire sees that it's surrounded, and it lets go of its grasp on Grak, and it turns into that mist again, and it floats away, and it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flies back into this corner here, and it begins to like charge up this magical energy in its hands, and then it is Grak's turn, and he is going to just run straight towards it and just try to bring down this great sword right on its head. And he's going to make 2 swings. He gets 2 hits. Very nice.
Cool.
So that's...
Grak, go, Grak, split its skull.
27 damage from Grak total. That's pretty good. And Grak will then shout out. He like holds himself steady and like drives his feet into the ground and like shouts like, "I hate vampires now!" And he takes his action surge and he's gonna make another 2 attacks.
Cool.
1 miss, 1 hit. And he does another 11.
Grak, get him!
And
Get him!
He's just like over here, like going ham on this thing, and he kind of splits into it, and it starts to bleed this kind of ghastly mist out of its wounds. But the skin kind of just seems to be like rippling and bubbling. And it's over to Mr. Flack.
I got you, buddy.
I'm gonna move up 1 and then like 3 to the right, and that should put me in range to shoot a ray of sickness at the big boy.
You got it.
All right.
I got you, Grak.
17, you hit. So he makes a save.
Yeah, con save.
Con save. He got a... It's his constitution, I believe it's plus... Okay, so he got a 14.
I don't know where it says it, like on my thing.
The spell sheet.
Your spell save DC should be 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting modifier.
If you hit spells tab is right at the top.
Spells tab? Where's the spells tab?
You got your core, bio, and spell tab up.
Top right, under your name.
In abilities?
If you look on the stream right now, can you see it on the stream?
Yeah,
Core, bio, and spells. And then you click spells, and the spell save DC is right at the top here.
Yes.
So it's 14. So he rolled a 14, so he made it. but you still hit, so roll your damage.
Alrighty.
All right, that poisonous bubbling starts to happen to him again. He takes another couple damage there from you. 6. It is now.
And I activate actually Fury of the Small.
Okay.
When you damage a creature with an attack or a spell and the creature's size is larger than yours, you can cause the attack or spell to deal extra damage to the creature.
Oh,
The extra damage equals your level, which is 5.
Oh,
Once
wow.
you use it, great. You can't use it until you finish a short or long rest.
Nice catch there. So yeah, you guys all should be able to do that, except for Brack, I believe, is actually a hobbit.
Yeah, I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have.
So all of
You're a
you,
big boy.
all you regular gobos should be able to do that at least once. So it does an extra 5.
Yeah, 5 damage
Cool.
until I rest. Yeah, I get 1.
Very
I'll
nice.
throw that on there.
Yeah, take this.
The poison seems to sting a little bit more than usual to him.
You're gonna die to people smaller than you.
At the end of your turn, he takes a swipe at Grack there in front of him. And hits, and he does, I believe it was 8 damage. Double check here.
Grack's about to die.
8. Grack takes that, and Grack is bleeding out pretty bad from that wound in his neck where he got bit, and now he's got some scratches all over. And Grack's like, "I'm hurt, guys. We gotta take him down." And as he says that, the vampire takes his turn, and he turns to mist and begins to float. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 towards the center of all of you, and he unleashes this ball of magic that he's been charging up, and it goes up into the air and lets out this call. And let me see how this works. He begins to summon the children of the night.
Oh.
1 second. Oof. Okay. The ball makes this crazy shrieking sound and dissipates into the air, and then you all don't see what happens. Not everything appears to just be how it was, and it is now Clack's turn, Mr. Monk.
Still charmed.
Yes, he is busy summoning stuff, so he didn't appear to make any sort of command at you, although you still are unable to directly attack him.
Right.
You still
and
can
that's
take
a full action, right?
Yes, you still can take any other actions, but you can't attack him directly.
I'm gonna move right next to him and then make the saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. He is disadvantaged now. He's summoning. You are no longer charmed.
God.
At the end of your turn, he tries to charm you again. No, just kidding. No, at the end of your turn, he completes his summoning spell, and he will attempt to make an unarmed strike at you. What is your AC?
16.
16?
Yep, 16.
Okay, he got a 21, so he's going to do 8 damage to you.
Not cash money, dude.
Back to Brack.
Brack. I'm going to run up with myself and my floating sword. Both of us attack.
Okay, where would you like to be, both of you?
I'll see. 1, 2. I'd like to be right across from him so I get advantage. Or do you do that?
Yeah, I do the flanking advantage. You can be right
Okay.
next to him if you want.
Yep.
Okay, and then the sword. What's the sword's movement?
20 foot.
Okay. So I do diagonals as the first one is 5 feet, and then the second one is an additional 10. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it takes 15 feet of movement to move 2 diagonals. So you could go like 15 and then 20. So you could still attack right there.
Okay.
Cool. So
All right,
roll your attacks however you want to do it.
the Fate Forged, I get an 18.
That one is a hit.
I swing to chop his little head off. Got 10 damage.
10. All right.
The spiritual weapon. Nine force damage.
Whew, all right. As you both kind of lay into him, it starts to, like, that mist just starts to pour out of it, and it seems to be extremely weakened, and it starts to, like, focus really hard on that, like, magical energy that it released, and it seems to pay less and less attention to you. And it's now Grak's turn, and he's going to come up behind and try to take a swing here with advantage.
I want to cut its head off and hang it from my neck as a necklace.
Nice. Grak is like
extreme. But okay.
I can appreciate your motivation there, and he hits with 2 attacks. An additional 27 damage from Grak there. Very nice. And as Grak does that, this magical energy from above dissipates, and let me see here. A swarm of bats appears in the room.
Why'd it have to be bats?
And they are surrounding all of you, and they swoop down to attack as well.
Watch out, it's his babies!
And let me see here. The first one will attack Grak, the one on the right, as it sees that he recently just attacked its master. And it hits and does 5 damage to Grak. Oh, God. Grak is crying out now that he's going down. And the one to the left of Grak attacks Mr. Clack there. With a 7 AC. Misses.
Damn bat.
And the one...
Actually, I have disadvantage, remember?
Oh, you are being flanked. I don't know that the bats are flanking you, though. I don't think that's... I think you're just kind of waving them away. They're not really...
Goddamn bats, fuck off.
Yeah.
Coordinated.
The one from the below attacks. That's a 21 to hit, and it will do 4 damage to you, Clack.
Ow.
And then it was Grak. It is now the vampire's turn, and at the beginning of his turn, you see his wounds begin to close up a little bit more. He seems to heal a little bit and seem a little bit more stout than he was. He was pouring out the mist, and it seems to slow down a little bit, and he turns over to this monk, or this cleric that's summoned a guardian weapon and begins to attack and tries to grapple you. 14 to hit.
I have an 18.
Okay.
18 armor class.
He tries to grab onto you and like initiate a biting maneuver and misses. And after that, he will just make a strike at you. He is frustrated that he misses the grapple maneuver. You dodge out of the way, and he'll just take a swipe at you and misses that as well. He commands the bats to attack, and the top bat will attack Mr. Brack there.
Okay.
That's a miss. The left one will attack Grak, miss as well, and the bottom one will attack Clack, and that's 17. I believe that hits, right? for another 4 damage. And then the vampire will misty escape and move 30 feet away. And still maintain its control over these bats that are attacking. And it's now Clack's turn. You're uncharmed. You can move freely and do your thing.
I'm going right up to him. I'll take the opportunity attacks.
Okay, you move out of the range of these bats, and they both take a nip at you. One of them hits, and you take an additional 5. And now you're right in front of the vampire.
Take a katana swing, 2 swings.
Ooh, all right. Roll your hits. Roll to attack.
Boy.
All right. His AC was 16.
And then I'm gonna spend the key and go for Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Which is an unarmed attack.
Okay. Oh, one thing that we have been missing, let me take a look at your character sheet really quick there, Clack. I believe, as a monk, I totally have forgot about this until now, but where is it at? Hang on one second. You have a lot of abilities.
Yes.
I think you should automatically get like 1 unarmed strike after each attack just every turn, right?
If that's what you're talking about, the Flurry of Blows, I have to spend the key.
No, the Flurry of Blows is like an extra 2, but I think...
It's at 5th level, it says down there.
Oh, that's Stunning Strike, right? Hang on one second. One of the players in my real life campaign is playing as a monk, and every time they attack, they also get like a free unarmed attack just for nothing, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because of their subclass or if they just like always get that, but I can't see it anywhere, so I'm guessing no.
I think it may be an archetype, actually.
Okay, yeah, so that must come from their subclass. Okay, so Fury of Blows, you get an extra 2 unarmed attacks. So roll your attacks. Ooh, a crit and a 26. So roll your damage dice for both of those, and then roll an additional damage die for one of them.
Is this one more D6?
Yep.
Nah.
9, 6, and 1, so 16 damage. You take your 2 swipes with your katana, and it kind of like uses its vampire speed and quickly dodges out of the way. But as it's dodging, you quick come in with like a couple of uppercuts and connect with it, and it takes quite a bit of damage, and it appears to be fairly injured, and this mist begins to pour out of it again. It raises its arm.
Oh no, wait. I will spend 1 more key and do patient defense, which puts me into a dodge.
Oh, nice, cool. That's awesome. So now you have what, +2? What does that do? +2 AC.
It just takes. Yeah, it just takes
disadvantage attacking you.
Remember you were explaining the one time where you could take both your...
I know what dodge does. I just can't remember if it's like you just get disadvantage, or it gets disadvantage to attack you, I guess, and you get advantage on saving throws to like dodge its spells.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Matter of fact, you're right. I'll take the agile parry instead to give me 2+ AC.
Oh, is that a thing as well?
Yeah, I have a patient defense and I have agile parry, but agile parry makes more sense.
Whatever you want to do, man. I must have just been confusing them, but yeah, either one is probably
like
good.
19 skills.
Yeah.
I'll take the agile parry. It gives me +2 AC.
Okay.
On the next turn.
Cool.
Until next turn.
So at the end of your turn, it starts like focusing its powers, and you can see it start to like that the mist begins to like draw closer to it on the floor, and it starts to, you can see it starts to fade a little bit and like almost look like it's turning back into the mist, but it's like slowly transforming. And it's back to Flack's turn.
And I get away that easy.
Was that right? Yes, it is. No, hang on. I have the initiatives confused. I'm sorry. It's Brack's turn.
I'm going to attack the bat north of me and to have the spiritual weapon attack the other bat across from Brack.
Okay. Yeah. So the one up there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Roll your attacks.
Trying to keep him from getting hit since he's so damaged.
He is very low. All right. First one
25.
hits. And the as soon as you hit it with a weapon, the bat just like disappears and dies.
Okay.
They're just the minions of the vampire, and they have practically 1 HP. 23 to hit with the spiritual weapon. That one's dead as well.
Cool.
Any movement or anything from you?
I will move toward the vampire.
Okay. Where to? You can get right up next to him anywhere you want.
Yeah, I'll get right next to him.
Okay.
To the wall.
All right. After you, it's Grak's turn, and Grak will run down and try to finish off this bat. He doesn't want to get anywhere near that vampire. He's hurting.
I can. Oh, okay.
What's up?
Oh, never mind.
You can say something to Grak or whatever you want.
No, I was thinking about it, but you're right. Like he is really hurt. So.
He misses both of his greatsword attacks at the back.
Okay, I can still do what I was gonna do.
Okay. It is now your turn, I believe.
Okay.
Hey guys, check this out. I've been practicing this when y'all's been sleeping.
I'm going to use a firebolt, but I'm going to cast it with meta magic twin spell.
Nice. So you can cast it at both targets.
Another target within range.
Cool.
So yeah, that'll cost 1 sorcery point, and yeah, so just as long as I hit, it goes.
Firebolt at it's just I think it just casts at both targets, so you can roll an attack at both, I believe, right?
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
The one at the bat takes it down, and the firebolt kind of whizzes past the old vampire over there.
At least it
actually, I'm gonna say you have advantage on attacking the vampire. He's like surrounded by people. He's like trying to channel a spell right now. So try to roll again. So I guess your second roll for that one was a 20. So
there is a second roll, but I can roll again.
No, you don't have to. I'll count that one. You already did it.
20.
Yeah. That's a crit firebolt. Roll a double damage die.
Double damage. Holy spells!
Got the chance to take this guy down.
The chance is gonna do the dance.
16.
So we got looks like it.
All right. Does your firebolt damage get increased by your spell, or is it just 2d8?
I can meta magic it to like empower it and give it like spell levels.
If you want to, you can.
Sure.
What does that do?
So I spend another sorcery point, and I to re-roll the damage dice, a number of damage dice up to my charisma modifier.
Okay.
And I must use the new rolls.
Okay. So which ones do you want to re-roll?
I'll re-roll the. Actually, I'll re-roll the final 3.
So the 3, and the 4.
Yeah, let's see if we can get something better.
All right. You did. Wow. So that's going to be 26.
Hell yeah.
So
that's the most damage I can do.
You launch this like epic firebolt. Like you launch one little one as like a test, and you take out this bat, and then you power up and launch this huge firebolt at the vampire as you see that he is channeling this spell, and you see he's trying to turn into mist and like escape. He knows he's been beat, and he's trying to escape from this dungeon and live another day, and you launch this firebolt at him, and it totally disintegrates him, and he turns into a pile of ash on the floor.
Told you you're not getting away. Now your dwarf is mine.
Oh, man, I don't get to get my skull now.
That was a nice shot, but you want to warn us next time you shot something that big at us?
As you say that, you turn and your like eyebrows are totally singed off. And
Good job, my best friend.
And I go and like high five, and like Grak is like about to like go for it, and then I like go and like high five the sword.
Nice. This
Grak's like missing 3 arms. Only has 2.
Floating sword like high fives you back. And in the corner, as you guys defeat the vampire, 1 second here, another one appears. No, just kidding.
Oh,
Well, it's gonna wait on the guy.
That would be awesome.
let me at him, let me at him.
This fancy looking chest appears in the corner, and all of you in your head hear the voice reappear, the dwarven voice. And let's see here. It speaks to all of you and says, well, for a bunch of goblins, you came through and you delivered. I can't believe it. Come get me. Come on, get me out of here.
Make sure
Do
you
we all hear that?
All of you do,
Are you-
yeah.
So you're finally gonna stop talking shit to us, all right?
I'm keeping the sword out. I'm not sure what's gonna pop out of this thing.
Sure.
And whenever it pops out, we just kick his ass.
Alright, Quack, you open the box.
I'll go over and inspect.
Okay.
Inspect as in knock on it.
Sure. You guys all get over close to the chest. Grak is kind of like staying. He's like really interested because he heard the voice, and he's like, "Oh my god, I hate dwarves." And he's interested, but he's kind of scared because he's pretty hurt. But you're all over here checking it out, and Clack, you inspect the chest.
I'd like to cast a spell.
Okay.
Actually, I can't. Sorry,
Okay.
I ran out.
As you guys are all deciding what to do, and Clack, you're trying to inspect the chest, you hear the voice, and he's like, "Just open the freaking box. Come on, get me out of here."
It's not a very nice box.
He's like, "I'm not a box. I'm inside the box. Get me out."
What if we just like unleash an eternal evil that just like can never leave the earth?
The voice says, "That would be pretty funny, but I promise I'm here to help you, even though I don't want to, because you're a bunch of dirty goblins."
That's exactly what an eternal evil would say.
Exactly. I guess I'll go ahead and open it up.
All right.
I have my sword drawn though, just in case it's the eternal evil.
Okay, you like very cautiously, you have your sword like ready to like shank into the box, and you open it up, and you see like what looks like you guys in real life would look at like Thor's hammer, and it's sitting.
Let me at it.
It's sitting inside the box. This one-handed like way crazy ornate like gold and silver emblazoned hammer sitting there, and it's like glowing with this crazy aura, and you hear the voice again like, "Oh, thank God you opened the box. Get me out of here. Let's go. Let's do this." And it looks like an incredibly like dwarven crafted hammer, and at the bottom of the box is an additional 9,000 gold, 6 healing potions, and 3 scrolls of dispel magic that you can read.
Guys, want to split all that evenly, excluding Grak?
Yeah, definitely.
Grak sees you guys splitting everything, and he's like, "We did it, guys. Good job."
Good job, guys.
There you go, Grak. This is exactly what we all got.
And I give him 1 gold coin.
He like gleams and pockets it, and then he's like spits up a little bit of blood.
You know what, Grak? You did really good today. You know what? Don't tell the other guys, but and I give him another one.
Nice.
I cast healing word on him.
All right, roll your heal.
Points.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ.
Grack is up to 15 now.
Actually, can we take a long rest there?
Yeah, I was about to say, like I think it's safe to
Probably
say
could
this
shut
place
the
is like
door.
ultra safe because there's nothing here. It's like up like 50 feet across this giant chasm.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hot mud, and like nothing was here. Nothing was here on the doorway. Nothing was locked because there was just nothing on the hallway either. It was
That's
just
why
like
I
a
cast the
literal
spell, 'cause I'm-
vampire in a corner in a room.
As
I
you
think we could literally sleep here.
as you guys say that, you
Hell no.
hear the dwarven voice again, and it says, like, "Oh my gosh, finally! I can't believe I lived to see the day that goblins would make some strategy and make sense. Oh my god."
I don't like this hammer.
Good idea about taking a rest here. It actually is safe now that you killed the old dead bones there. Nice job with that. But somebody pick me up, for God's sakes! I haven't been out of this box in 1,000 years, and
I'll pick him up.
All right, so you go over to the chest and you pick up this hammer, and as soon as you pick it up, you feel this incredible power come over you, and you can add this item to your inventory if you like. You'll probably have to create a custom weapon.
Okay.
It is a +3 hammer.
Oh.
And it's an intelligent hammer that's purpose was it was crafted to annihilate all giants and kill any greater evil in the world, and it was crafted by dwarves who had an intense hatred for goblins.
Of course.
It's a racist hammer.
But it is meant to smite evil, and it will act in any way to help anyone trying to take down evil, and it can sense that you're on a greater quest to defeat the Lich in the long run, so it knows that it can trust all of you. And it is a hammer of stunning. Once per day, it can send forth a shockwave that will deal damage if enemies fail to save. It can also detect gold, gems, and the presence of goblins. And it has a couple of other influencing psychological effects that you don't need to know about for now.
Okay.
But
berating us about how we're goblins.
it begins to speak, and it says, now that I'm actually being wielded by a being of decent enough power, my abilities will be bestowed upon you. And it says, the first of which, I sense goblins around.
I slowly clap for him. Nice job, kid. Good job.
Can we like end this like 4 or 5 way call or something? Because like only one person's holding the hammer, so like I don't need like a possessed voice in my head anymore. That'd be really cool.
It now only speaks to its wielder.
Perfect.
Although it is like a sentient, like it's another like living being essentially with you now, so you guys can talk to it if you have questions or whatever. The hammer's name is Whelm. Whelm. It's a legendary, famous weapon from D&D history.
Well,
Sad thing is, he's not the dumbest person in our party
My
either.
first question, is there another way out of here besides the way we come?
He says, let me see here. He would know if there is. Let me get back onto the map page here for you guys now that we're done with the big battle scene there. So you're now at the bottom of this room 8. Or like in the middle of room 8.
Right.
Resting here. And he says, nope, pretty much just back the way you came, unfortunately. But you're gonna have to go back that way anyways, because my two dumb siblings are trapped in here as well.
Was one of them a door?
He says, what the hell are you talking about? No, we're all the most legendary weapons of time immemorial.
Oh, never mind.
He says, did one of them talk to you? Did you think it was a door? Did you pass one?
I mean, it was masquerading as a door, laughing at us as we tried to open it. It sounded like a sweet woman.
He laughs and says, That must have been Wave. It's Wave is in a deeper part of the dungeon. You must have not passed it if you came this way, but maybe Wave used their power to reach out to you to try to get you to continue on in the dungeon.
Also, Wave wants us to praise Poseidon.
It the hammer just laughs like uncontrollably for like 5 minutes and then doesn't respond after that.
Exactly what I thought. I'm pretty beat, guys.
Oh yeah, so the hammer once you guys suggested taking a long rest, the hammer like kind of pulls you Brack towards the door, and it like has like this crazy building ability, and you can like reinforce the door and like make it super safe in here, and you guys can take a long rest.
That's pretty goddamn awesome.
It like closes the door and like pounds it into the wall, so it's like impossible to open, but you guys can like break back through the door when you're ready to leave.
I feel cozy.
Is it still cold in here?
It's very cold in here.
Take a torch and light it.
Nice. All right. You guys have a little bit of torch warmth now.
I have torch warmth.
Anyone within like a couple of feet of you.
We have winter blankets, actually.
In your packs?
Yeah, at least I do.
I think you guys all have the same pack, so you should have some blankets or bedrolls or whatever.
Yeah, I got bedrolls.
I got a bedroll and a winter blanket. I'm double packing.
Very nice.
I played my bedroll down and light my torch and put my winter blanket on me. I say, I'll see you guys in a little while.
Nice. Yeah, there's no water on the floor in this room or anything, so it's actually pretty hospitable, and you guys easily take a long rest in here, uninhibited by any dangers or anything. When you get about halfway through, Brack, the hammer whelm, it whispers in your head and wakes you up, and it says, hey man, have you ever killed any giants?
No, go sleep.
It says, but there's giants out there. We should go kill them. Have you killed a giant? It's really awesome. They're so huge. It's like knocking down a tree. It's like so loud and awesome, and they always have like really cool gear. And you can take
unless you want the giants to find you, let me sleep.
It says the giants could never find me. I am too sneaky.
If you don't let me sleep and they kill me, they will pick you up.
Hey, you two. Shut up.
And the hammer was only talking to like Brack in its head, so you just hear Brack like talking out loud and just like try to shut him up, and then the hammer's like, all right, I'm sorry, but just letting you know, a giant could never wield me. They're too weak-minded. And it laughs and it like goes silent. And you have this strange feeling like you're never going to get a good night's sleep again in your life. As long as you have this annoying dwarven hammer. But you all get a decent enough night's rest in this kind of cold and dank, murky cave, and you all get a long rest worth of healing, and you get all your spell slots back and all that good stuff, so you guys can reset all of your character sheets or whatever you need to do.
Quick question. The hammer, what is this damage?
Oh, okay, let me see here. I believe it has it just has a straight up page in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Let me get that pulled up for you real quick.
As I'm getting up, I'm like,
do you have a Dungeon Master's Guide?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in there then? Okay.
It is
hammer.
In there. It is on page 218, and it's Whelm.
Okay.
Essentially, what I was reading off earlier was from the adventure module from 79 or whatever. It says a lawful neutral +3 hammer, intelligence 15, purpose kill all trolls, giants. But I don't know it also says it might be like dwarf only, but it's not for our purposes.
Okay.
But whatever weapon damage and everything it says in the Dungeon Master's Guide, that's what I'd go off of.
Okay. It's a warhammer. That's what I need. Okay.
Cool. And it as long as you are holding it and it deems you worthy, you automatically are attuned to it and proficient in using it. So don't worry if you're not proficient in warhammers or whatever.
All right.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are all long rested up. Let me make sure I get Grack all healed up and good to go here. He seems good now.
Oh my
Guys,
god,
I was wondering.
guys, I totally forgot I wasn't supposed to sleep. I had a horrible nightmare. I had a
Please
horrible.
don't say about a vampire.
No, it was even worse. There was like a lich, and then he killed Grack, and then he took Clack's leg, and we like barely got her. I think we barely got out, but like Grack didn't make it, and Clack's leg. Oh, rest in peace. But it was just a dream, right? So we're good, right?
No. Why
Like
do
the
you dream
last
about
one came
yourself
true.
dying? I gotta lose the
I
weight
mostly
because
just
of
see
sleep.
horror, and I'm just like perpetually like in like I pretty much I get it worse, you know, if you think about it.
Not a fair
And
trade.
I have to watch this happen around me.
It's not a fair trade.
Anticipation of
It's
knowing,
not.
not knowing,
It's not
and
a fair
like
trade.
when it's gonna come,
not.
and
It's not
I know it's
justified.
gonna
It's
come.
not a fair
But is it
trade.
gonna kill me? When is
It's
it
not
gonna
a fair
kill me?
trade.
It's
It's
just
not
gonna
a fair
slowly
trade.
kill everyone around me one by one, like some horror movie, and then all of a sudden all that's left is just me, and then it's like, how long? How long?
It's not.
He's
a fair
worse.
trade.
He's worse than my new hammer.
I know.
You guys are just constantly babbling, and Brack and the hammer are over there breaking the door down and forging the pathway out of the room. And Whelm, the hammer, invades everyone's mind again and says, back to the beginning to start down a different path if you guys want to continue on after the other artifacts.
Hey, Whelm, can you guide us to Wave?
It said, what do you think I'm doing?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hammer.
It says, that's okay. You goblins don't know any better. Back to the beginning.
I don't like this hammer.
And even though the pathway was quite treacherous, with the guidance of Whelm, and because you guys have already made it through, you can easily make it back to the beginning where you split off to the right after you figured out the riddle of the Sphinx, if you remember this 3-forked pathway here.
Yeah. Hey guys, I just want to let you know now that we passed that, I had a ring of flying, but I didn't want to waste any of its charges.
Telling me you let Brack fall into a pit of molten
I didn't
molten
say
mud.
he had to run and jump like second after Grack.
You
Like,
also
when you
didn't
follow
stop
Grack,
him.
then that's on you. Okay, you follow Grack, that's on you.
That's a fair point. I mean, you should probably not follow Grack anywhere.
Are we still
Did
near
it
the
twice.
pit? I'm gonna throw him in.
As you say, like, that's what you get for following Grack. Grack like pipes up and he's like, I would follow Grack anywhere. And then he's like, wait.
I think he
That's
got
right,
hit
Greg.
too hard.
That's right, Grack.
He lost way too much blood in that last fight.
He is looking very healthy and happy now, although he still is just kind of staring off into space.
All right, Hammer. Which way to Wave?
So, the 1 second here, let me see, because Whelm would definitely say this. He says, well, we can either go and try to rescue Wave, or we can find my brother Black Razor. I don't know which pathway they've been taken down. We were all taken prisoner here, and we've been locked away here for centuries. I would imagine Wave would be the closest one to the pathway you took before, if she was reaching out to you in your minds. Then I would imagine the pathway straight ahead would be the closest to Wave, but I would prefer we rescue both eventually.
I mean, you're telling me you can't talk to them? I mean, she talked to us.
It takes a considerable amount of power to do that. I'm not sure if I would be able to. Maybe if we get close enough. I'll know if I am able to. I'll let you know.
All right, buddy.
All right, well, let's go forward then, I guess.
Forward we go.
All right. So you guys, let me get this one pulled up here really quick. 1 second. Okay. What is this room up here? 10. Okay, so you move forward. You get about halfway down this hallway, and you can see a door at the end of it. And to your right, you see a pool of water. Like the hallway kind of has a little side door to the right, and looks like a little cave. And inside, there's just this circular pool of water that is kind of dark, but looks like it's fairly clean, clear water. And it's just like a still pool sitting there to the right of you guys. And you see a door in front of you.
That's definitely healing waters, guys. I've seen it millions of times.
Then
Definitely
drink
healing
it.
waters.
Drink it up. Drink it up.
I don't know if you're supposed to drink healing water. I think you're supposed to soak yourself in it.
All right. Well, none of us are hurt anyway, so I guess we'll come back to it.
I mean, yeah, we can just save it for later. Let's walk past this.
All right. Anyone have anything different to say?
Nope.
All right.
How about you, buddy? Grack?
He says, I would follow Grack anywhere.
Oh, he's out of it, guys.
He just continues to follow you guys.
He's absolutely out of it.
All right, you come to the end of the hallway and you see a door that's already open a little bit and leading into a larger area. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Ah, cool. 1 second. I didn't know how far we'd get.
For us.
I didn't know how far we'd get today, so I haven't read this part in a while, so I'm trying to remember everything, but now I remember. Okay, you come into this room here, and as you come in, you can you guys see this clearly on the map and everything, this room? So yeah. You come in, and the parts that are in the dotted lines, like the marked A, is the pathway, and everything else is submerged in water about 10 feet deep. So the pathway kind of like skirts along the edge of the room on the left side, and the water is even submerging the pathway in one part, but everything else in this room is submerged in the water. And that's the room.
Is it deep enough to see the floor?
It's like the same water that's like covering the floors everywhere else, like the muck, dirty, like muddy muck water, and it just seems to be like pooled up in here deeper than anywhere else. You can see even the pathway, the floor that you're on is covered in water. It's just not super deep. It's maybe only 6 inches deep, where you can't see the bottom of the like pool that's in this room. It's just pooled up like very deeply.
Is that a door on the right side? Or like the hallway?
You can see that it, let me see. Okay, you cannot see that. Apparently that is underneath the muck. So you can see like the wall in that spot looks different, but you can't really tell what's going on over there. And then at the other end where the stairs are on the map, you can see that is like a door out where the pathway leads to across the room.
I mean, from first glance, this looks pretty simple. We could just kind of walk around and hop that little gap right there.
You guys go ahead and solve it amongst yourselves, whatever you'd like to do.
Who actually has a plus in investigation? Because I have a negative.
I am going to use a spell.
Okay.
Let me see exactly what it does. Oops. Well, since it's red there, I was casting that.
Okay, 1 second.
Says you sense the presence of any trap within range that is within my sight.
Makes sense.
It's a pretty handy spell you got there.
Yeah, you don't sense any trap within, it says 120 feet.
Yes. Within my sight, though.
Within your sight. You sense over on the side of the map over here, the section that is like sunk in and covered. I don't know if you can see it on the stream right there, like the section of the pathway that's covered by the murky water. You can tell that like right where the character is placed right now. You can tell that is just like you can tell that is essentially a trap, I guess. Like the pathway's covered with mud and stuff, and you'll fall in if you step right there. But other than that, you don't sense any immediate danger or trap-like mechanisms or anything at all.
Okay.
I want to walk up to that square right before that apparent trap and investigate it.
Okay, just one second here. Let me. There we go. Okay, let me pull up a page here. There we go. Okay, so you walk right up to the square where the pathway seems to like get covered up in mud, and as you do that, you see these two separate parts of the mud and muck start to bubble up. One right above the number 10 there, and one right below B. So the two sides of the like pool of water there. You can see these two separate air bubbles start to come up on each side.
That is not good, guys.
And you investigate the pathway, and you can see that it's just like the mud has just like covered this one section of the path.
I'm gonna hop it and try to get to the stairs.
Okay, just make an athletics check. Pretty easy one. Not going to be super hard to hop over one square there. Yeah, you made it. Anybody else want to do anything? So far, Clack is on the other side.
I'll follow him.
Okay.
So you said that like we don't like see like the opening, but like we see there's something weird with that wall over there?
You can see maybe the very top of an opening, like just like a couple inch gap at the top of the water where the wall is open, and like maybe it goes back in, but you can't see anything strange about it. Okay, Brack, you hop over to the other side as well, and as you do that, the two air bubbles that are coming up, they both surface, and you see these two kelpies come out of the pool on the opposite ends at the same time. And we're back in the battle chamber here. 1 second. So let me set this up here. You guys are on the left side now. You guys are on the left, and you're split apart. And you see it's a little menacing looking. You see these two creatures surface from the bubbling pools of mud and muck and stuff. And anything that's not on the direct edge in this room, so the pathway that you're on there, is going to be treated as difficult terrain. So it'll just take double movement to move through anywhere.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about the like swimming or anything like that. Just double movement to go anywhere other than the direct pathway that you're on right now. And that'll be initiative. Let's see. Vampire, did you roll a 13 for your initiative, or was that something else? Okay.
Yeah, that's my roll.
Okay. You guys did pretty good that time. So first up is going to be our wonderful monk Clack. You see these two kelpie heads, these demonic water creatures rise up from beneath the water, and they start chanting this strange sound at you, but you all see them first. You are all being pretty attentive, and you were paying attention, and you see them surface, and it's your go first.
Take a shot with my longbow.
Sure.
Oh, 2 shots. Well, 1 for each one. How about that?
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Roll to hit. The let's say you attack the top one first. You hit that one and you missed the bottom one. So roll damage on one of those. All right.
And I'll move around on the edge as far as I can. I think I have 40 movement, so
pretty far. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Right there.
All right, cool. I'll end.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Next up is, let me see, the top one that you just attacked will actually move to the edge of the water here and face you. And it will, let me see, attempt to make a charm on you.
God.
It kind of seems like it's like the classic like sailor things, like these water creatures that try to charm the men and make them come to their doom, and it seems to be chanting this charming tune at you, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
They just think you're sexy.
It's the sirens.
All right, yeah, it's so this thing has charmed you, and you absolutely love this thing now.
It's so pretty.
Yes. And now it is over to Brack. You see your friend make this attack and then run across, and then it seems to just stop and be obsessed with this creature and is gazing at it longingly.
I am going to use my new weapon and throw it at it.
Oh, heck yeah. So when you throw Whelm, it will return to your hand, and you hit with a 24. Very nice. Roll damage.
So also when you throw this weapon, it's 8. So total of 9 damage.
Very nice. Okay. And it returns to your hand immediately, right?
Yes, and if my hands are full, it would lay at my feet.
Cool.
It's what it says.
You throw Whelm, and you just hear this dwarven voice go like, ah! It's like flies across the room, and it hits this thing, and Whelm's like, hell yeah! And then it flies back into your hand. Anything else?
I look at my hammer and say, you make me want to be oof.
Very nice.
That's it.
All right. Next up is Flack.
All right, Clack. I don't know what the hell is going on, but we barely made it through this entire dungeon, like not even halfway, and like you've already like switched alliances like 3 times.
Twice.
Like, come on, man, and you're gonna switch back. Like, I don't know who to trust at this point.
It's
Like
so
at this point,
pretty,
the
though.
only thing that's the most consistent and real is my nightmares.
It's
So,
but look
I'm
at
just
it.
gonna
It's
kill
so
the thing.
beautiful and pretty.
Yeah.
Who are you firebolting?
The one Ray that
Charming.
he's like obsessed with because
Okay,
I'm
cool.
God.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
I want to love something that much.
Ooh.
Roll your
Guys,
damage.
why are you attacking it? It's so pretty.
Die.
It's so pretty.
All right, you launch this firebolt at it, and it seems to the fire hits this thing, but it's like slimy, scaly, watery skin. The fire kind of singes it a little, and then it like dissipates, and it doesn't do as much as you thought it would. But it does take some damage. And that
I'm gonna pop into the sky now.
that is like me obviously giving you like a meta hint, like this thing is resistant to fire damage. So
I had a feeling, but
cool.
yeah.
Just
there we go.
FYI in the future. Yeah, anything else for your bonus action or movement or anything there?
I'm just popping in the air. I'm using my bonus action to
Just
my tempestuous
float
magic.
in the air for 10 feet.
Oh yeah, I gotta get my feet dry. You know,
Very
I don't
nice.
want moldy feet. I don't want athletes.
Okay, so you launch a firebolt and float in the air for a minute, and then Grak will take his turn, and he dives into the water and heads straight towards the one in front of you guys, and he goes 10, 20, 30 feet ahead. And then he will throw his greatsword at this thing, and he's trying to kill it. He's like, I can't get close enough in the water. I need to get this thing before it hurts you guys. I haven't been doing my rightful duty as your protector, but in much dumber words because it's Grak. And he throws his sword and misses, and his sword sinks to the bottom of the water.
He is such an idiot.
Really?
Yo, I help. Get towards his sword.
Let me see. What else does he have? He has a hand axe as well. Okay, he pulls out the hand axe, and for his second multi-attack, he will throw that as well. He connects with this one, and that does how much damage does a hand axe? 1d6 plus 3. All right, it's not bad. 8 damage. All right, he throws.
You idiot!
He throws the hand axe. He saw Brack throw the hammer, and he's like, that was amazing, and that's why he's inspired to do this, and he's just throwing his weapons. And the hand axe sticks into the Kelpie, and he deals a little bit of damage, and he looks at you, Brack, and he's like, did I do good? And
Does your weapons come back to you?
he's like, they can do that?
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
yours can't.
He looks very disappointed. It is now, let me see. All of you guys have gone. It is the bottom one's turn. And it will obviously come over here and try to charm Mr. Grak here for attacking it. And Grak has to make a wisdom save. Wisdom is not his strong suit, if you can imagine.
At 20.
It was it was a nat 1.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, Grak is now like, he pulls the hand axe out of this thing and he starts apologizing to it. He's like, I'm so sorry I hurt you. I didn't know what I was doing. And he starts like petting it. And it's back to it is back to Clack's turn. And you are
I guess I'll just
charmed.
make that save.
Hang on one second. It might actually. Yeah, so the charmed target obeys the fiend's verbal or telepathic commands. So you are going to make your full movement back here, and you're going to attack Brack.
You send me away, my queen?
it like
You want
hisses
me
in
to
this
attack this fool?
strange, snaky, demonic language, and you are compelled to make your attacks at Brack. So roll to hit.
Is it just the one attack, or is it...
It's your full
Oh, God.
your full regular attack.
With what?
Your katana.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, brother.
My armor class is 18, so miss me.
Roll low. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
Jeez.
25 for the first one. You can roll. Yeah, but
Oh,
okay.
jeez.
So you hit with 1. So roll damage here.
Oh boy,
All
that's
right, Brack, your long-loved brother Goblin here charges back at you, and he's got these hearts in his eyes, and he's just fallen for this mud-covered demon witch woman, and he plunges his katana into your rib cage and cuts you pretty deeply, and you take 9 damage.
I'm sorry. She promised me kids. They'll be your nephews. One day it'll be worth it.
That is going to be your turn, and it is the end of your turn. You can try to successfully save against the charm effect. Wisdom save. Yep, you got to beat a 15.
Oh,
I guess I am related to Crack.
So,
I'm the unwisest monk ever.
end of your turn. It is now the top Kelpie, and it will, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I believe. Let me check its movement. Yes. And it is going to try to do a draining kiss against you. Oh, damn.
Against me?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Make a Constitution saving throw. You definitely don't want to fail this one.
oh,
That.
Oh, shit.
Like, queen, you want a kiss?
All right, so
bye, brother.
you are charmed. Oh my god, you're charmed by this this Kelpie, and it tries to kiss you, and you are drawn towards it, and it. Oh man! All right, 5d10.
What?
Oh my god!
Let me get my dice here.
What?
Holy cow! Holy crap!
You got really lucky. I only rolled 18 total there, so take 18 psychic damage. And your hit point maximum is now reduced by 18.
Oh,
What?
oh my god!
And it is now Brack's turn.
Is that permanent?
You don't know.
Okay. I'm not messing with these suckers. So I'm going to attack with my hammer,
Okay.
and I'm casting as a bonus action. I'm casting spiritual weapon again.
All right. Mr. Sword comes back out. Do you have a name for your sword? This
I
is
refer to him as
this is like your spiritual guardians manifested into a flying sword that you've probably been using for most of your clerical life here, and I'm sure you have some type of common or friendly feeling towards it.
Yeah, he's my friend Jake.
Awesome. So where does Jake appear? Anywhere you want?
Yeah, he appear right behind the whatever you call it.
Okay. So Jake appears.
Ah, sweet, Jake's here.
I like Jake. Jake from State Farm, right?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a man, so well, she's a blade actually.
So the sword appears. You take a giant swing with Whelm.
Yes.
Don't hurt my queen, whatever you do. She didn't mean it.
Go ahead and roll
It's
your
a spicy kiss.
roll your damage.
19 to hit. Does it?
Yeah, absolutely. And these things have AC 15.
Okay. So I got 10 damage.
Plus.
No, just 10.
Okay.
The 7 would have been when added to it if I had thrown it, but he's right next to me.
Well,
So
it looks like it's 10 plus 2, right?
Well, that's because of the crit on the second roll. Do you see?
Okay, I see.
That's why.
Interesting. It is let's see. You have plus 2 strength and it's plus 3. Okay, yep, that makes sense. All right, 10 damage. So cool.
And then I'm going to do the spell.
The sword gets to attack. Okay.
Jake.
Jake's
Get it, Jake. Get it.
stabs into this thing. Oh, dang, you guys have been rolling like crazy today. All right, definitely hits.
Except for my wisdom.
Yeah, of the
6
spell,
force.
the ability that you're supposed to be the best at, that you've failed every saving throw so far. All right, you cut into this thing and it starts bleeding real bad. It's definitely bloodied.
Jake, what are you? Jake, no!
And it is over to Flack.
All right. Hey, wait a minute. What the? Greg, no, don't pet that thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Let's see. How about you take this one?
I'm gonna go and hit the one that everyone else is fighting.
Sure.
Guess I missed.
You have advantage on that for sure.
Okay. Well, then I just fly with my tempestuous magic.
Where to?
Just like I'll just go up. Like I'm not going anywhere.
It's 10 feet, right? Oh, just
Yeah,
up in the
just like
air?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
like out of the water. Like I'll continue to like stay out of the water.
Cool. So you hit with your Ray of Frost. Roll your damage there.
Yeet.
6.
Yep.
So the same thing happens when you blast this thing. It seems to just kind of like slide off of its like slimy skin, and it doesn't take as much damage as you would have imagined.
These things are resilient.
I think you got to get physical with this.
Yeah, not gonna happen. It's all like my feet's gonna get wet. No. Athlete's foot, man. Athlete's foot.
Anything else?
That's all.
Okay. It is Grak's turn, and the thing hisses at him, and he just dives straight down underneath the water. And
It's trying to drown him.
he begins to just start breathing in the water underneath the pool, and Grak starts to drown.
I mean, that's pretty normal for him.
Yeah, he's not even charmed. He's just this is just normal Grak stuff here. No, he
Failed a roll.
he starts to go underwater, and then the second Kelpie takes its turn, and it's going to try to do the draining kiss on him as well. So Grak has to make a con save. He fails. Oh god. All right.
Boy.
5d10. See
Oh my gosh.
see how it goes here. 4, 7, so 11, 14, 24,
Oh,
and 34.
he has like 2 HP.
So Grak is down to 16, and his max HP is now 16. And he's drowning. He's not doing so hot. It's back to, let's see, Clack. You are going to attack your buddy again.
Brother, I'm sorry. Again, Jake, don't hate me for this. I know, but kids.
Yep, make your
That with katana again.
make your 2 attack rolls.
God.
2 misses. Nice, very nice. Lucky. All
She's
right.
pretty upset with me now, brother. You should have just took the blade.
At the as your bonus action, you're going to do a flurry of blows against him as well.
Oh, Jesus. Am I using the key for that?
Yeah, you do have to do that.
Oh gosh. Miss.
Nice.
Oh, you're so lucky, dude.
that would have been a shitload of damage if all of those hit. Nice. So you, at the end of your turn, you can try to make the wisdom save again.
Here goes. Oh, baby.
Yes.
Nice. You actually snap out of it so hard that you like instantly get an attack of opportunity against the Kelpie for like charming you and like forcing you into this position of attacking your own brother, and you can make 1 katana attack against the Kelpie.
You see, bitch.
Oh, and you made it count. Very
Dare
nice.
you
Roll damage.
make me attack my brother and yell at Jake from State Farm? He's a good guy. Ooh.
Nice. It is super, super damaged, and it cries out in pain. And
Yeah. Scream.
it takes its turn, and it will make a clawing attack against you. And it misses.
Yeah.
Back to Brack.
Okay. So I'm going to attack.
Sure.
Warhammer. Ouch. That was a miss.
Oh, I'll say that you do have advantage. You're pretty. This thing's pretty much sandwiched here.
Okay.
So that 23 will hit. So 7.
Yep, 7 damage.
Okay.
And then we got to do Jake.
I love that you
Spiritual
named
weapon,
it.
Jake.
I guess I missed.
Jake
I got 8.
whiffs and slices the air, but everyone cheers him on anyways because he's Jake.
Let's go, Jake. Good work, buddy.
All right. Next up, I believe it is Flack's turn.
Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see what we got here. This one's, I've been cooking this one up for a while. I've literally never tested it, except for on Grack. So, let's see if this works. I'll cast this one on the boy attacking Grack.
Okay.
Boom. Does it hit?
Absolutely. Dude, I love this spell. That is so cool.
Yeah, I've been waiting to use it, but it's like there's no point. It's like the potential of it's like makes you kind of not want to use it.
So this is an actual spell, right?
Yeah, this is like a level 1 spell.
Cool. So yeah, mark off your spell, and you rolled. What is that? So you hit. So yeah, roll your however it works. It's like a couple D8s or something.
Do 2d8 plus 1d6.
Yep.
And then it happened. This is why I don't use it when there's one person, because if I get 2 the same number of the d8s, if I can choose one of the d8s, like they're all assigned to a thing, like 3 is fire, 4 is force, and I can choose which one.
Okay.
Whatever I roll of the 2 that I get. But if they're both the same one, then the chaos bolt splits. So it's like super random if you get it. It's like a super high chance. Basically, it's a crit in its own. And then it can hit another target. And it can continue forever if it always...
That's badass.
That sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So, the way that Chaos Bolt works for anyone that's never seen this before is when you roll your damage die, whatever the number that pops up on the damage die, that's what type of elemental damage it does. It's really cool.
So it's 100% fire damage since I have no choice.
Nice. So this
does
11 damage, and then it splits off to the other one?
I think I have to make a new attack roll against a new target.
Right.
And then it would be a new roll for like the damage of the damage type.
Okay.
Also, obviously, a chance to split it again.
Okay, but this first bolt does the damage that you just rolled?
Yeah, all that damage. So
Okay.
it's like 10.
Okay, so 10 damage to the bottom one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then yeah, roll your second chaos bolt at the top one, I guess.
Here goes.
You don't have to roll to hit, I don't think, since it already like hit and now it's just splitting off and it's just roll your damage, right?
Okay.
So that'd be pretty lame if your chaos bolt split off and then like hit the wall or something.
Fizzles
Like that's
out,
that's pretty lame.
That is kind of like ultra lame because it's so hard to roll.
That's
the same number.
Shitload of damage. All right, so a 3, an 8, and a 6. So what happens?
I can choose the damage. So since I got a 3 and an 8, 3 is obviously fire since I got 3 at 2 of them last time, and an 8's thunder. So I'm gonna hit him with a thunder.
Okay, so then this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 thunder
17
damage to the top one. All
Hell
right.
yeah.
So it the same thing happens. It arcs off and the lightning hits it, and it seems like it is resistant to lightning as well. But this thing dies. It's like fried to a crisp.
See it, bitch.
And that top one is
like that spell.
Is dead. Yeah, Chaos Bolt is badass, dude. I really like that one. I'm glad you finally used it.
Yeah, I just didn't want to use it in a room with like one person.
Right.
All.
Yeah, that was
Which
awesome.
is like every room so far.
So after you, Grak will take his turn, and he is no longer charmed as he's almost dead and drowning, and he will attempt to surface and attack this thing. He got his hand axe back, and he misses, and he'll take another attack, and he hits. And Grak's hand axe damage is 1d6 plus 3. Okay. 8. And this thing's still looking decently healthy. And it is next up is this creature. It will swim around back to the back of Grak and make an a regular swiping attack at him, and it misses.
Just trying to slap his ass.
It's back to Clack's turn.
I just pull up my longbow and take 2 shots at the Kelpie.
Sure. Hit. 15 damage, very nice. It seems to be bloodied. It's bleeding this gross greenish blood into the murky mud water.
That's
Gotta
why I'm
save
floating.
Brad, guys.
Next,
I hate to be in that water.
Next up is Brack.
I'm gonna move Jake. Tell Jake to go after.
Okay.
He can only move 20. He can only move 20 feet. So
he moves his full 5, 10, 15, 20. And he is soaring towards it.
yeah, go Jake, go!
It's going to make an audit.
Then I throw my warhammer at it.
Heck yeah. 23 to hit. Yeah, you got there.
So that'll be a total of 13 damage.
Okay. You hit it and it smacks into this thing and it like gives it a good dent on the head, and then the whelm screams in excitement and flies back to you. Exactly, just like that. All right, next up is Flack again, I believe.
All right, buddy. Taste one of these.
Firebolt. And it's a miss.
Whoa!
Go right into the air. Go straight up into the air, like kind of like flattening myself against the ceiling.
Nice.
You need to trade that spell in.
Definitely. It's like a used car, man.
So as the firebolt whizzes through the air, the Kelpie kind of takes the distraction for a second, and Grak spins around and tries to attack. He hits, and he hits. Very nice. He does 10 damage total, and this thing is looking like it's on its last breath here, and it will take its turn, and it swims over and tries to charm you out of the air. So make a wisdom save there, Mr. Flack.
Zoinks.
11?
Yeah.
You are charmed by this thing's beautiful body and song, and you crash down onto the floor. And
In the mush.
Yeah, it is now Clack's turn.
Don't worry, guy. I've been there before. I'll take it out for you. I shoot the bell twice again.
Nice. What was its AC? I believe it was 14? 15. 15. All right, you hit. The first one hit, so you kill it.
I saved it from a lot of pain there, trust me. Trying to divorce me.
Actually, you saved yourself from a lot of pain because I was about to cast fireball at your ass.
Oh, dude, if I would have charmed you 100%, I was going to cast
exactly.
fireball.
That's what I was saying. I knew it 100% you would, because you already made him use his like special key attack. I'm like, you're gonna make me cast my level like 3 spells.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see Flack's spell list here. Fireball, hold person. Oh yeah.
Fireball is actually like insane. I think
Fireball, I can't believe
it's 8d6 in a 20-foot radius.
Oh god.
It's so insane. There's a subclass of cleric that gets the channel divinity ability, which is like the cleric's ability. Every subclass has a different one, but it's a thing they can do like once per day. But I can't remember what the subclass is called. It's like the storm cleric or something. Their channel divinity is like the next time they cast a spell, they don't have to roll dice. It just does the maximum amount of damage possible.
God.
So if you're like a storm cleric and you do that and then you do fireball, it's just always 48 damage. it's insane. And it's in an AoE, so it's like a 30-foot circle that does 48 damage.
Yeah, it's 20-foot radius from a sphere, like around it.
Yeah,
so
it's like a whole room, dude. It's huge.
Yeah,
Fireball's
like a quarter
busted.
of this room.
It's super good.
Like, I'm thinking about the times to use it, but it's like every time I like kill everybody.
Yeah, it hits everybody, which is bad. We are going to have to end it right there. That's a good spot as any, I think. You guys finished that battle. Nicely done. So I think this is a good time. Everybody's going to be level 6 next time. We're going to continue with this adventure as long as you guys are still enjoying things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I hate everything. I hate you guys. No, this is awesome.
Cool. So
Did I
yeah,
get
we
my
will.
max HP back?
You do not.
Oh no.
I will tell you, this is like a common. It's a common thing. Like, you and Grak, your HP is lowered until you get another long rest, which you guys can do that whenever you want. But there might be
Another what?
a long rest. But there may be
fly across the gap again, all the way to the vampire. It's the safest place in the dungeon.
You guys could do that if you want. So we will be back next week. We'll start right here, and we can decide if you guys want to take a rest or whatever. But we'll be level 6. So if you guys want to, yeah, he'll dive down and grab it. Level up your characters on Roll20 here if you get time between now and next week, and we'll start off right here at level 6. And you guys are making some good progress. Probably another couple sessions here, and I think we'll be through it now that you're getting the hang of your characters and you have this awesome badass axe of destruction that is wrecking stuff. So I think,
how do you want me if I level up my character, how do you want me handle the max HP?
You can roll for it, or you can just take the average, whatever you want to do.
No, well, I lost 16.
Okay, so
yeah,
you can like level it up
just
like normal and add it
yeah.
to your total, but then like just set yourself back to whatever you would be at.
Gotcha.
Cool. That's going to be it for today. So I'm going to sign off here, and I will talk to you guys later. Remember, everyone, I'm not going to stream tomorrow, 4th of July. I'm going to take the day off and hang out with the girlfriend, watch Stranger Things. Heck yeah. I will be back on Sunday with the normal scheduled programming and all that, and then we'll be back next week with some more of this awesome Goblin Squad action. These guys are killing it. So thank you guys so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun tonight.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. You're great. Loving all the characters so far. You guys are all bringing them to life really well, and can't wait to be back next week. So I'm gonna close off the stream here, and we'll see you guys next time.